everybody. Vulcan, Shantae, Neurotic, Lexi, David. Hello, everybody. What's crack-a-lack and happy St. Patty's Day. Yeah, happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody out there who celebrates. Ah, damn. I forgot. I should have gotten an alcohol. Oh well. It's alright. I suppose I can get an alcohol later if I choose. But, yes, happy St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, nothing really new to say for the stream. So, let's just get in. I have a Guinness. Hell yeah. I don't drink beer, but, later I'll probably make myself a Midori sour, because those are green, you know? But, yeah. Let's get right to it. Wise, the video store just received a reservation. Seems to be a big client. They even paid a large deposit up front. Reservation for what? Do they do parties here, or are they just talking about, like, somebody ordered a movie and now they're like, I will pay you $1,000 in advance? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. We signed in with a new software for promotion under Nicole's recommendation, remember? It added channels for reservations and deposits. I didn't expect such a big order to come in so quickly. But we don't reserve anything or deposit it. Okay. My weight loss meds I can't drink. Well, fair enough. You can always make like a mocktail of some kind. Wait a minute. Our big client's reservation is in just 5 minutes. Need a beer, an IPA to be more specific. I have not... I've tried a few different beers and I haven't really enjoyed most of them. The one time I had Guinness, sorry, just had dinner and it was a lot of butter, so now my throat's all yeah, what's up, Mad Hatter? Welcome in. Or just Hatter, sorry. Yeah, the one time I had Guinness, it was my friend's 21st birthday, and I was there with, at the time, my girlfriend, so I was like, you guys can drink, I'll be the designated driver, you know, whatever. So we get there, we go to a local Irish pub. She's already like, my friend whose birthday it was, she'd been there for a while, so she was already like drunk. And so she's like, you've got to drink one with me. You got to have a drink. Just one drink. Just one drink. And so my friend got a shot. And it was like a cinnamon toast crunch shot or something, like something sweet and delicious. And she was like, oh, that was really good. You should get one of those. And I was like, all right, I'll have one drink. I'll have one drink. And so she goes up and she's like, 2 Irish car bombs. And I was like, well, that's not one drink. That's a beer and a shot. I don't know if but she ordered it, so I was like, okay. So the first and only Guinness I ever had was chugged with a shot. And boy, was that not the ideal way to have that. Just wanted to say hello. Hatter does not want spoilers. Fair enough. Hello, Hatter. Thank you for stopping by. And yeah, I will be playing more shortly. So if you want to avoid spoilers, probably a good way to hop out. Irish car bombs tasted like motor oil. Perhaps that's why it's called that. Speaking of which, advice for anybody who goes to Ireland and wants one, do not call it that there. It's not a good thing to call it. That would be like if you if somebody came to America and ordered like a 9/11 shot, like you'd be like, that's a little offensive, you know? Or maybe not. Depends on who you are, I guess. But yeah, I don't know what they're called in Ireland. Probably just like, hey, can you make me one of those gross things? Mr. Hatter loves car bombs. I mean, it's an efficient way to get drunk, I guess. I had one when I was in Germany. I did have beer at Oktoberfest, but that's really just because that's all they had. Like, they had a couple tents that had, like, wine and mixed drinks, but they were way more expensive. So, I would have a Rodler, which is half beer, half lemonade. And that was okay. As a New Yorker, that sounds like something we'd have. What, the 9/11 shot? I mean, I'm sure it exists somewhere. Like, I'm sure some bar was like, yeah, this would be cool. But, what's up, Remnant? Welcome in. Yeah, exactly. Prost! This is not beer, this is just coffee. But, you know, close enough. German beer made my soul bloom. Yeah, I wish I could enjoy it that much, but I like sweet stuff too much. My drink's gotta be sweet as hell. Anyway, let's welcome the customer first. We're counting on them for this month's electricity bill. We're counting on them, just one customer for the whole electricity bill? The hell are they paying us for? Here's the vampire twink everybody's been talking about.
Apologies for the intrusion. I'm Hugo. Let's just say I'm something of a collector.
It's a goal of mine to, at some point, play a character who talks like that. Like him or like Hisoka, that, like, kind of, oh yes, hello, sort of thing, you know?
I've heard your video store is the most classy one in all of New Eridu, and I must say, it absolutely lives up to its reputation. The ambiance here is understated yet refined, elegant but still cozy. It's so soothing, like a steady beacon in the dark.
His jacket is so confusing to me. He's got one sleeve, and then it turns into like a cape on the other side. Wild. And the kind of characters you can play as. Like, just like more men. He's like the first dude who's been added since, what, Seth? Right? Hugo has the classic evil vampire voice. He's got like the modern evil vampire voice. The classic evil vampire voice was just like, "Yeah, I'd like to suck your blood." Lighter, that's right. Still, Lighter was a while back too. Harumasa. Okay, so they have added them more frequently than I thought about it. Yeah. Yeah, that's not too bad. I mean, as always, any gacha game is going to be like, 4-to-1 women to men, but they're not doing a terrible job.
I've also noticed some well-known individuals frequenting this place, including elite members from PubSec and HSO.
Do you think those dots under his eye are, like, beauty marks, or do you think they're, like, tattoos? Like he killed some people in prison?
Your achievements at such a young age truly impress me.
Yep, that's right.
You've got a way with words. Yep, exactly what you said.
Trust me, I'm being honest. I do find your store quite special.
Dude's got like a leather couch on the inside of his jacket there. You see that?
So, I guess the rumors about this place are true.
You know, they'll usually include at least one dude per faction. So excluding Hugo, we know we'll get at least 3 more.
Children of devils.
Fair enough.
What are you talking about? I'm not following.
Am I imagining it? Or do you seem really nervous all of a sudden? Children of Devils is an old movie I've been searching for, but it's so niche I can't find a copy in good condition.
I'm interested to know if vampirism is like a real thing in this universe, or if he's like a special kind of Thyran the way that like Sokaku is, or what the deal is. Maybe he's not even a vampire. Maybe he's just like anemic.
Or perhaps, did this movie remind you of something else?
Anemic and flamboyant. I don't think the virtual idol faction will have a guy. Yeah, probably not. No, it'll have a guy and it'll just be like a 60-year-old Japanese dude who's the manager.
You're imagining it. I'm just surprised there's a movie we haven't heard of.
No worries. Like I said, this movie is rather niche. Despite the word devil in the title, it's actually about vampires.
Vampires, you say?
I'm sure you already know. Vampires were a popular fictional concept back in the old civilization.
Before they became real.
Typically, they are pale-skinned, well-dressed, exuding a mysterious and dangerous aura. But beneath their immaculate facade lie lethal fangs for draining human blood.
Yeah, the manager's just gonna be an old, out-of-shape dude who can't actually fight. He just will, like, call in the idols. He's like playing Pokemon Trainer in Smash, where, like, they're in the background and you just call in whoever you want for the fight.
You kind of look like one.
That's kind of a bold thing for Wise to say.
I'll take that as a compliment. Too bad vampires don't actually exist in New Eridu.
Am I the only one that wants to see less developed parts of New Eridu? I'd like to see a small town, and for the town interactions. Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, I think it's a weird thing, because it's supposed to be, like, the biggest, like, the only, like, mega city left, or whatever. So then you have that, and then, like, the outskirts, where, like, the Sons of Caledon live, but you'd think there would be something in between. Where are the suburbs of New Eridu?
Oh, and I don't feast on human blood. In fact, if anything, I'm hypoglycemic. Anyway, back to the movie. It's about a man who unwillingly turned into a vampire, and after years of plotting, finally kills his evil father, and ultimately dies in the process.
So, it's a tragic
It would be
story.
interesting to see the fallout of the Hollow disaster. Yeah, that would be cool. We know Miyabi used to live in a small town before the Hollow disaster happened, so they do exist somewhere. Yeah, it's crazy when the characters say something about, like, yeah, when I used to live wherever. Like, when Ben said, like, yeah, before we moved here, and I'm like, okay, did you move from the woods? Like, were you a regular bear? Were you living in a different city? What are we talking about? And who is we? Do you have a family? Do you have parents? What's, like, who is in your life, Ben? And were they normal bears and you turned into like a Thyran, so then you had to leave? Or, like, so many questions.
I actually think the ending is pretty good. At least he accomplished his goal, and death was just the price he was willing to pay.
He just put on a jacket Paddington style. Yo, that's what we need. Like, Hawaiian shirt Ben would be sick, but Paddington jacket bear, like that style Ben would be insane. Paddington crossover for Zenless, dude, amazing. And when he wears the jacket, he goes from having his voice to just being like, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Aunt Lucy says," whatever.
Well, it's a shame you don't have the videotape I'm looking for.
Aunt Lucy says Bellabog is the best construction outfit in the galaxy. Also hope we get to see what happened to the Oni rebels that Yanagi took Sokaku from. We didn't get to hear anything about them after that trailer. Yeah, there is so much I want to know about all of these characters. It's wild.
I'll just grab a copy of every movie you currently have for rent.
What?
Thank you for your patronage. That's very generous of you.
Just think of it as my thanks for chatting about the movie with me.
Your thanks is like several thousands of dollars.
Your store is like a collector's gem in itself. Please, consider my payments here as an investment in a collector's prized find.
I guess maybe they just don't have that many movies to rent, but...
Your definition of a collectible is pretty broad. Just as I'd expect from a collector.
Because of my work, I happen to know some of New Eridu's upper echelon. Some even collect human organs.
Bro, don't come in here and talk about your organ harvesting friends. Maybe he's rich. Oh, I mean, he's definitely rich. Look at him. What's up, Tiago? Welcome in. It just makes me think of that thing where it was like, imagine being a vampire and you can't die, but you're not rich, so you just have to like work a day job. And someone was like, bro, if you're immortal and you've been around for hundreds of years and you're still broke, just walk out into the sun.
Just some rumors circling around. Hope I didn't spook you.
Check out Internet after this cutscene. Okay.
No worries. I don't scare easily. I've seen my fair share of crazy stuff.
It's weird that they still give you a choice of your dialogue when he says both lines every time.
Guess I was worried for nothing. With so many high-profile individuals visiting here, I'm sure you're well-connected and experienced in various fields.
Like, why would you keep going to high school as a vampire? Yeah, that was something that always seemed dumb about Twilight. He's like, we have to blend in, so, like, 5 or 6 of us go to high school. And it's like, if you just stayed at your house or, like, whatever, like, you could just say you're homeschooled. Like, why even go out to school in the first place? But
speaking of which, there's a big industry auction coming up. They'll probably have lots of collectibles, maybe even rare videotapes not on the market.
I suppose the reason behind it is because if they were homeschooled, Bella would have never met Edward in any way. But that also seems pretty easy. Just be like, oh, he's out in town somewhere, and she runs into him.
If you'd like to attend, just let me know. Oh, by the way, I saw a marketing event at Lumina Square. Looks like there's a raffle going on. Go check it out if you're interested. Maybe you'll stumble upon something exciting, especially at a place so close to the upper class.
I like that he's like, oh, a poor like you might even find something beautiful. Immortality is the worst power ever. If you're not built for that, you'll eventually just go insane from the amount of information you'll have stored up. I'd assume you'd just forget pretty much everything. You know? Like, what's that old thing where it's like we can store something like 25 pieces of information in our brain at any given time, and like to be consciously thinking about a new thing, you have to like let something else go. Like, I feel like you would just forget what happened, like, 200 years ago. Or, like, you would remember but like very vaguely. Like you'd only remember the big stuff. Like if you were alive for like the Spanish flu, like, or I guess that was even some people today are still alive. If you were alive for like the Black Plague, and people were like, damn, what happened in like 1600 BC or whatever, or not BC, AD, you'd be like, well, there was that plague. That was kind of fucked up. And they're like, yeah, what else? And you're like, I don't know, man. I really just remember the plague, you know? This guy's VA is released. This man needs all the awards. Yeah, assuming Hoyo actually lets the VAs be released at some point.
After all, there are always secrets hiding behind the light. Well, thanks for today. I'll take my leave for now. Until next time, my precious friends.
Tries to recall what he ate last month and fails. Yeah, I mean, they've done studies and people can... You can't even really remember, like, a week ago most of the things you did. Like, you can remember certain things, but if somebody said, like, last Tuesday, what did you do? Tell me everything you did all day. You would immediately be like, alright, well, I know I, got dressed, took a shower, that's what I always do, but, like, when I drove to work, what song did I listen to? That kind of thing. Like, you don't have as good of a memory as you think, What's up, Obergamen? Welcome in. Yeah, think about it, I don't think we know the VA for any of the post-launch agents. We know some, but Hoyo hasn't done any of the, like, official things that they did before. So we'll see if they ever go back to that. Bury your tears with the pasta. Wise, I feel like this Hugo talks weirdly. He seems a bit suspicious. Yeah, he's a vampire. So it wasn't my imagination. I knew I saw him somewhere. They even withdrew halfway through the competition before. But if that's the case, why did he act like it's our first encounter? Did he completely forget about us, or was he faking it on purpose? Anyway, still gotta thank him for his generosity. This money's enough to cover our electricity bills for several months. Looks like luck's smiling on us today. Bro. I don't know, Belle. You ever heard that there's no such thing as a free lunch? Or that, if something's too good to be true, it probably is? If somebody came into my store and was like, yeah, I'll rent every single thing you have for no reason, even though I'm looking for a completely different movie, it's like, I would be suspicious of that. I would think he was taking all of our tapes to steal them, Oh yeah, he mentioned there's a promotional raffle event for the auction at Lumina Square. Wise, don't tell me you're... I'll try my luck today. I'll go vibe check the upper class circle. Fine, since we've made so much today, you can go if you like. Just try not to lose too badly. Huh, I'm built different. Nah, I'd win. Got it, Wise. You'll definitely win the grand prize. I'll watch the store today, so don't stay out too late. Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it. Alright, so you said check Internaut. Is it this post, I assume? Find it funny that Hugo, a vampire's basically allergic to blood. Yeah. What a rough life. It's like being Italian and being allergic to garlic. Which is another thing vampires are allergic to, technically. I Heard this gang's been stealing private art collections from a bunch of corporate execs, and a lot of others got warning letters from them. Looks like these notorious phantom thieves are back in action again. Persona. They trying to hit some kind of performance targets? Seriously, do these criminals even have KPIs? And honestly, it's wild a group like this is able to operate for so long. And then just typical internet shit. People getting angry. Read the top, middle, and top left. Top middle. This one? Surgery tomorrow. Good vibes in need. I've been sick since I was little. Got so bad these past few years I couldn't even go to school. But I thought I was saying goodbye to my mom and dad, but OMG, I found a perfect organ match, and it's a healthy young organ. I feel so blessed. If the surgery goes well, my parents will have to put up with me for a bit longer. Now they're crying and praying hard for me. Just wanted to come here to ask for some good vibes. After surgery, I'll come back to thank you all. Huh. So this was Hugo stealing some organs, or the guy that Hugo knows, perhaps? If this is a made-up story, I hope you have the worst luck ever. Damn. Alright, cool. Everything's a Persona 5 reference. Arsène Lupin, and the French Revolution are Persona 5 references, totally. Yeah, it's crazy they invented the stuff from Persona 5 in history class. Mission is a big love to Persona 5. Fair enough. I didn't finish Persona 5.
Why not come try your luck? All sorts of prizes are waiting to be won.
I didn't finish Persona 5 because it went on for so fucking long, but I did do like 5 of the 7 dungeons in the original one. Yo, Hugo. What's up? What's going on with your fucking... Oh no, you do have a sleeve. You're just wearing your jacket like an asshole. Yes, I would like to cut in line. This update's a bit weird. Both the Soldier Zero story and epilogue are tied together. Yeah, that's what I heard. That's why on the last stream we were doing Soldier 11 / Silver Anby, her story, because it was like, yeah, everybody was like, yeah, it doesn't make as much sense if you play the story and then the mission. Thanks, Twitch has the stream going. It's going all right, Clyfa. You're not that late. We're only 30 minutes in. Haven't really done a whole lot yet. We're a bit busy right now, so please head to the back of the line. I can't believe they didn't just let me cut. Yo, let me cut you. Manager. Oh, I can... Manager, so you came after all. Luck is always unpredictable, and that's what makes it fascinating. Whenever I get the chance, I can't help but want to test it. Yo, Q Dragonair, thank you for following. Appreciate it. Persona's why Philosophiel continued to its 2nd season. It's a good one to use for sure. There are quite a lot of people here. Seems like everyone's very confident about their luck. At that moment, a figure suddenly appears and forcefully inserts itself at the front of the line. Aunt Sophie. Hey, young man, what do you think you're doing cutting in line? Cutting in line? Do you know who I am? I'm Curtis! Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, those are some pretty sick pants, though. Black snakeskin. Clearly you don't understand anything at all. See that poster right there? That's Master Hartman, the current head of our family. The very raffle event you're participating in is sponsored by Master Hartman. Apart from this, our family is also involved in many charity events. Okay, and? Hi, didn't know Ben's VA plays and streams too, so here for this, let's go. Let's go indeed. Yeah, I've been streaming for, what, almost 9 months now? Something like that. But yeah, I've been having a good time with it. I always hop back onto Zenless when there's a new story update. Otherwise, I just do variety stuff. I was playing God of War before this. But thanks for being here. Appreciate it. You're quite persistent, aren't you? In short, since our family is hosting this event, it's only natural that I have the right to priority access. Does the event even have such a rule? Oh god, we're 9 months old. Almost there. I think it'll be 9 months in like a couple weeks. Yep, you're all almost born. I mean, what's the point of voicing in a game if you don't play it? Yeah. I've definitely not played all of the games I've voiced in, because a lot of them did not appeal to me that much. But I was gonna play this one even if I wasn't in it, so it's easy for me to want to play it. I'm just here to work, but we haven't received any instructions on priority access. I've never met anyone so insolent in my life. Just wait, one phone call is all I need to... Wait, where's my wallet? Where did my wallet go? I see. No wonder you came over to talk to me. You were trying to distract me, then steal my wallet. Little thief. Who, me? That's right. You're the one standing closest to me. Now give back my wallet. I'm not the one standing closest to you. It's that lady who, told you not to cut in line, actually. It's not a good habit to falsely accuse others. My intuition is spot on. I knew you were fishy the moment I saw you, and now you've finally shown your true colors. Looks like it'll take some time to properly convince this guy.
This guy seems arrogant. Maybe I should take a tougher approach with him.
Let's see if I approached what his voice actually sounds like.
Quit the act. I've seen right through you.
I feel like it's the same general tone, but much higher.
You may look harmless, but I know you have a secret identity. Your crafty skills have caused headaches for countless people.
That jacket's pretty sick, though.
Not to mention, you're revered in your field. Everyone knows who you are. Your true identity is a member of the most infamous band of thieves in New Eridu, Mockingbird.
Actually, I'm more infamous.
Actually, I'm more...
What was
infamous
that?
than Mockingbird.
Why did he... What was that, like, Pokemon critical hit animation?
What? You're even more evil than Mockingbird? No wonder you snatched my wallet.
I know. Now might not be the best time to say this, but I'm genuinely curious about your true identity.
Oh my god, babe, can you, like, save it for the bedroom? Jesus. Why did he say it like that? He's, like, whispering in your ear, just like, I'd like to get to know you better. It's like, bro, I'm being accused of theft. Could you chill? Just, like, give me a minute.
Forget it. Clearly, you have no idea who I am. I'm Curtis Ravenlock. That's right, of the esteemed Ravenlock family from Tops. You'll face consequences for crossing me.
Social battles. Hell yeah.
Oh no, I've upset a powerful
So
man.
weird.
I'm so scared. You're not going to silence me, are you?
Especially for a response like that, where, like, he wasn't even, like, you know, aggressive. He was just like, Oh no. And it's like, whoosh! Ravenlock
Don't
sounds
be
so Harry
ridiculous.
Potter.
I wouldn't go that far. Just keep it in mind and know your place.
It's Ravenclaw if you just, like, rearrange the sounds. Though, based on what he's wearing, he'd be more of a Slytherin.
A guy with such a massive ego probably can't pick up on subtle sarcasm.
Hugo looks like he would be a Ravenclaw member, though. He's wearing all blue, he's got a bird pendant. Also, how dumb do you have to be to wear a pendant of your criminal organization? Like, it's fucking says Mockingbird right there. Are you kidding me?
Anyway, you were the only one next to me when I lost my wallet. It has to be you. Just admit it.
This guy might be a Slytherin, but Hugo's trying to slither into my pants. You know? He screams Hufflepuff. I don't think so. Gotta rep the gang. Yeah, he's just wearing like a blue bandana. It's like I'm part of the Crips.
Listen, you can't just throw accusations around. You'll be held accountable for what you say. I did not steal your wallet. But if you insist
I did
that
not.
I did, let's go to PubSec together. Of course, if you can't prove it, I'll be pressing charges against you.
People don't recognize Astra when she wears glasses. The average IQ of new Eridu is clearly very low. I mean, after all the fallout from the Hollows, probably a lot of people are born with, like, severe birth defects. The average IQ probably did lower quite a bit.
Press charges? That's a bit too extreme, don't you think?
It'd be funny if everyone knew, but just let her be anyway. Yeah, nobody really wants to talk to Astra that much. They're just like, oh, she's doing that thing again.
Looks like you found the right approach to deal with people like him.
In any case, my wallet is missing. It had a ton of Denny's, so someone's got to answer for that.
Look at Lois Lane and Jimmy Olsen. Yeah. It's I love hearing the explanations for that over the years where it's like, so Superman doesn't just take off or put on glasses. He's actually vibrating his face when he's Clark Kent so it looks different, or, you know, shit like that. It's like, that's a wild way to explain that. You guys, a separate response for all your comments. Ooh.
I bet you staged all this, and your wallet's been on you the whole time.
What do you mean by staged? Why would I do that? Someone stole my wallet. It's theft.
With all due respect, I doubt he's clever enough to stage anything.
Hugo, what are you doing? Like, either help me or, like, butt out, man.
Clearly, your accusation is baseless, Mr. Ravenlock. Your outfit, while elegant, shows unironed creases and noticeable signs of wear. You've likely worn it for a long time.
Shit, get him. Attack his style.
Plus, the wet ink on your cuffs suggests that you rushed straight here from your workplace. Likely so you wouldn't miss today's raffle.
Wet ink.
All in all, it's clear you're not well off and quite careless. Chances are you lost your wallet yourself, and it probably didn't hold much cash.
Hugo's just doing Sherlock Holmes shit. Like, he's like, based on the sand on your shoes, you were recently in the desert, weren't you? You were talking to a gang, probably because in your back pocket I see a notice for your eviction, like...
Is that why you jumped to accuse others? Hoping to leverage your family name to make a quick Denny?
That's utter nonsense.
Detective Hugo on the case.
Regardless, you owe this person an apology.
Damn it! You'll regret this. Just you wait!
I really, really hate it when innocent people are wrongfully accused.
Well, you could have said that it was you, if you hate it that much.
But it's all over now. I hope it didn't ruin your mood.
I still have some doubts. Did he really just drop his wallet?
Dude, anyone who wants to cosplay as Hugo is gonna have such a fucking rough time. You have to make a suit jacket that, like, you sew a leather couch pattern into the side of. You've got all these buttons and chains and all this stuff.
Regardless of what really happened, he got what he deserved. He should have known what would happen the moment he falsely accused you. People like that should have a taste of their own medicine. That sounds fair to me. Unfortunately, we don't usually see such fairness in our world, do we? That's why sometimes I don't mind resorting to unconventional methods to right the wrongs.
I was talking to my friend Alucard, who happened to mention that he's got a Castlevania of some sort that we could go stay at for the weekend.
You seem to be implying something. Don't tell me...
A good movie never spoils its ending. But feel free to speculate. Anyway, it was nice running into you. Please, accept this raffle ticket to mark the occasion.
I like how we, like, just met this guy, and he's already being like, yo, I stole his wallet.
May it keep you away from shady people and situations, and bring you good fortune.
Oh, right. I'm sure you're familiar with the Ravenlock family affiliated with Tops. They were once incredibly powerful, a true behemoth among even Tops. Unfortunately, that's all in the past. Now they're not doing so well. Be it their funding or reputation, they're far from their former glory. Though, of course, this is what the Ravenlock family deserves. As you know, being a collector means I have to deal with these high society people, and among all the people I've encountered, the Ravenlocks are the toughest crowd. Cunning and ruthless, they're almost like hares of some sort. These words were made for them. While the same applies to most people in Tops, the Ravenlock family is among the worst. Take that Curtis guy as an example. A branch family member at best, but already immersed in his arrogance. Unfortunately, I'm just an ordinary collector below their playing field. Otherwise... In any case, if you ever run into a Ravenlock, it's best to keep your distance. Same goes for Tops people, of course. Wayo sure does like their let me not completely wear my jacket/coat so it flaps in the wind like a half cape. I mean, look, I enjoy, like, the way the Marines will wear their coats in one piece. Like, I think it's cool to have a jacket as a cape and just not wear the sleeves. I also think it's cool to just wear the jacket. I think it's dumb as hell to be wearing half the jacket and have the other half flapping around. It just seems stupid. Let's be honest, Bell and Wise suck at hiding their identity. Almost any agent will be able to find out easily. Yeah, I mean, everybody knows at this point. The only people who didn't was, like, what, just Zhu Yuan, basically? And pretty immediately after that, she found out. Thank you, Shantae, for the hydrate. Yum yum. After all, the Tops Enterprises Union is one of the top power players in New Eridu, toe-to-toe with the Mayflower-led city administration. These two are at each other's throats behind the scenes. One new Eridu clearly isn't big enough for two behemoths, but if you ask me, it's just dogs eating dogs. I've been going on for some time now. Alright, let's leave it at that. See you again sometime. After Hugo leaves, you see a cat playing with a wallet, and everything inside is gone. For Caesar, having half the jacket off makes sense since her mechanical arm has a magnet that'll be blocked by the jacket, so that arm has to be free. Yeah, I mean, I feel like a magnet that you'd be trusting to go to your arm would be strong enough to go through the jacket, but I do agree that makes more sense than just Hugo being a weirdo. Fairly sure everyone knows and they get surprised every time. Yeah. It's always like, oh, so you're Phaethon? And they're like, how did you know? And like, well, that Bangbu comes from your store. It talks in your voice when it's in the hollow. And as soon as we went into the hollow, you were there in the Bangbu, suddenly giving us advice. Call me crazy, but I feel like it makes sense that we would know. Naughty thieving cat. Just counted there are 3 playable agents in Hugo that's half-coated, and then there's Anton with coat as full cape. I like that the best. Anton looks fucking sick with that cape. Coat cape. Huh? Why do I have some extra Denny's in my pocket? Same here. I don't think I brought this much with me. Oh my, could it be that some kind-hearted person is giving us money? You also tentatively reach into your pocket and feel the raffle ticket that Hugo gave you earlier. In any case, there's a prize to claim. And now we just sit in this line for 3 hours in real time. Gotta go, got book club. Alright, David, I'll see you later. Enjoy the book club. The only agent that doesn't know our identity is Seth, and that's because his brother keeps blocking any chances of him learning the truth. Yeah, and because, I mean, for cops, the PubSec people do not think below the surface at all. Like, they're all just like, yeah, I'll just trust you to be exactly who you say you are. No worries.
Anyone else want to redeem prizes?
Also, Orlenda, first off, what is that name? Second, are you just an elf? What's going on with you? Is this person a Thyran, or is she technically a human? Is this just how some humans are now? They have elf ears? Well, thank you and your friend for earlier. We would have been stuck with that guy otherwise. Alright, you came to claim your prize. He wouldn't have really been stuck. He would have just come up, done his thing, and left, presumably. Someone from LA is trying to call, but I don't know anybody in LA. Or I guess I do, but their number, if it was someone I knew, it would have come up with a name. We have angels and Oni, so I wouldn't be surprised if elves exist. Yeah, I just want to know, like, I don't know. I want to know what the explanation is. Like, do heaven and hell exist? Or did they all just happen to, like, converge, you know? It's the grand prize! The only grand prize of this raffle has been won! The ticket doesn't lie. That's right. Today's grand prize is yours. I guess this is what they call good deeds get rewarded. The prize is 50,000 Denny's. Please keep it safe. Psh, that's chump change. Thanks for nothing. What? You really won? And it's the grand prize? That's right. But the grand prize is only 50,000 Denny's? Talk about being stingy.
Though from a moral standpoint, shouldn't we share some with Hugo?
Nah, fuck him. He's rich. He doesn't care. Yeah, exactly. He doesn't need it.
But then again, we don't have Hugo's personal contact. I guess we'll have to wait till we run into him next time. Wise, the news just mentioned the Bringer investigation outcome. It seems like the Commissioner regards everything as Bringer's personal actions. I was hoping PubSec's internal investigation would drag out more big names.
Might have gotten the hush treatment. I think the Hollows created ether mutations that created the difference between non-human races, like a pregnant woman gave birth in the Hollow and a cat Thyron was born. God, can you imagine being the first woman to give birth to a cat Thyron? Like, imagine, that would be so crazy. You give birth and a cat comes out, and you're just a normal human woman? Like, awful. Do cats have claws at birth? Because if they do, yikes. Yikes for that woman. Imagine being the first woman to give birth to a bear. Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's a lot of them that would be real rough. I mean, are Sokaku's horns like Hellboy's? Like, were they like these little nubs at first? Or were they like full in the points they are now? Because, again, whoo boy. Painful. Painful.
You make a good point. After all, the Exaltists are involved, and PubSec probably doesn't want to disclose more details. I have a feeling there's some terrible secret behind this whole thing. Huh? Wise, I think your phone just rang. Maybe you should check who sent the message.
I like to think like Hellboys. That's the best way for everybody, I think.
Master Proxy, my apologies for disturbing you. Are you available at the moment? I have some important matters I'd like to discuss with you in person.
Sure.
In my humble opinion, this shouldn't be considered a bad thing, at least. It's great that you have some free time. Please wait a moment. Ellen and I will visit the video store in 5 minutes.
Okay. It's not entirely unrealistic. Radiation can create mutations in real life, so ether could just be a more controlled form of radiation. Yeah. I don't know how... I mean, you'd have to have some serious mutations to get from, like, human skin to being, like, a full-grown cat.
Master Proxy, we've come to discuss an important matter with you. Before that, we need to be honest with you about the Master of Victoria Housekeeping.
You probably don't know about that yet. We actually don't. Is it your mysterious master?
Correct. Victoria Housekeeping is loyal to the current head of the Mayflower family, who's also the mayor of New Eridu.
The mayor?
Yes, New Eridu currently has only one mayor, so it must be the one you're thinking of.
Don't worry, the mayor's probably just an ordinary person. I haven't met him in person, though. This is definitely some news to process. Although I had already suspected you were loyal to some big name, I didn't expect it to be someone of the mayor's level.
Actually, it's the mayor who wishes to talk with you two, which is why we've come. After all, you've both been deeply involved in the previous Bringer and Sacrifice-related events.
We haven't gotten into trouble, have we?
I completely understand your concerns. Please be assured, I pledge on my honor that the mayor has no ill intentions and will not hold either of you accountable in any way. He will only contact us through the phone.
Okie doke.
Thank you very much. Then without further delay, let's contact the mayor.
They're here with me now, sir. I'm glad to have the chance to speak with you, young'uns. Helios Academy used to be a peaceful and comforting place. I know you still can't fully trust me, and I understand that completely. But please do know that I mean you no harm.
So used to Ellen in the school fit, it's so weird seeing her in the maid outfit now. Yeah, fair enough. Guaranteed the story writers for this game will kill off the Major by turning him into an ethereal. There's no way such a powerful person will stay on our side for long. Yeah, they do seem to introduce people like, what was the name of that, like, salt and pepper older guy who was like a gangster out in the outskirts? Can't remember his name, but everybody was thirsty for him and wanted him to be playable. It wasn't Big Daddy, though it applies to him too. No, it's not Big Daddy. He's a pig man. He's that pig guy. Pompeii, that's right. Yeah, like they introduced him and they were like, he's the coolest and strongest. So then they had to kill him because it was like, well, can't be the coolest and strongest and then not solve the problem.
Your teacher, Carol, and I, we used to be friends.
It's kind
She
of
was a kind person.
it's kind of weird to think about, like, the Sons of Caledon has probably more members and ex-members than any other faction. Because you've got the 4 who are current members, but then they also had Billy. Big Daddy's a member, but he's not playable. There was Pompeii. And now Pulchra's a part of it. She's playable. She's part of their faction now. I don't know if that orangutan's ever coming back, but it seems like he will. He might join. I don't know. It just feels like there's a lot of people in there. I feel like it would have been a physical attack agent if they didn't kill him off. Yeah.
I was truly sorry to learn that she was the one held responsible for the fall of the old capital.
She was innocent. There must be something else behind it.
I hope so too. It's just that the fall of the old
Hope so,
capital
orangutan
still
guy
weighs
was
heavily
fun.
on us all. But I believe you just got caught up in all of this. I'm sorry for what you've been through over the years. It must be tough.
Yeah, I mean, when you fight him, he looks like he would play similarly to Ben. Or like Caesar, where you like pull out your shield to counter and then, do that.
One day, we'll find the evidence to clear her name.
Then I sincerely wish you success. The real reason I reached out to you is to tell you something very important. Something about your eyes.
That's a weird thing for somebody to tell you.
I stumbled upon some of the data Kara left behind. She spent much of her time studying ways to minimize the side effects of your eye implants.
Teacher. She was always looking out for us.
Yes, which is why I believe this was her final wish. As her friend, I want to see it through. Simply put, your eye implants are directly linked to your brain, and their functionality depends on your body's limits. As a result, the HDD system takes up a part of your body's capacity. This leads to certain issues, the most notable being that it suppresses your innate ether aptitude. I brought in a team of specialists to analyze Carol's data samples, and after some effort, they created a plan to upgrade the HDD system. After the upgrade, the HDD system will operate with significantly reduced power consumption, allowing for a substantial boost in your ether aptitude, or rather, a restoration to its original level.
Do you mean that once the HDD upgrade is done, we'll be able to enter the hollows ourselves without EOS?
I don't know why you'd want to, though. Like, if you send EOS, you're not in danger. But if you go in by yourself, you will be. I don't know. I don't feel like there's any advantage to that. It's not like they know how to fight.
Exactly. You'll likely experience some discomfort at first, but you'll get used to it over time. I'll have the specialists from Marcel Group continue monitoring your physical condition to reduce the burden on your body and help restore your ether aptitude more effectively.
Plus all the EOS platforming. Yeah, it's very weird. My dream's to enter a hollow, but not as a Bangbu. Shit dream, to be honest.
Are you really giving us such advanced technology for free? Feels like there's gotta be some kind of catch. Besides, you must have known about us for a while. So why wait until now?
I'm not asking for anything in return. As for why I didn't reach out sooner, I don't know, just been busy, you know? You know how it goes, it's tax season, there was just a lot happening. So weird how Polkra ended up being a physical agent considering her enemy version was using electric. Yeah, I feel like they were just looking around and they were like, we haven't done like a physical agent for a while. Truth is, from what I've learned, your eyes possess even greater power.
Belle, playable character soon.
Perhaps the power within you could affect all of New Eridu.
Yeah, Belle and Wise enter the Hollow as the final S rank playable unit in the game. And they'll play like the Ice Climbers in Smash, where you're using both of them at once.
But you must understand, power is a double-edged sword. It can be used against enemies or allies. As the mayor of New Eridu, I must ensure everyone's safety. So I hope you'll forgive my caution. I've been observing you for some time. That said, I'm confident to say that everyone at Victoria Housekeeping speaks highly of you.
I believe they would be electric. Now, one of them's electric, the other one's physical.
Miss Bell and Mr. Wise are both kind and honorable individuals. I believe they'll use their power for the right cause.
Yeah, they're both good people.
Thank you for your kind words. Even though we have no idea what this power is. You're not just making it up to get our hopes up, are you?
Watch them be a new, unique element. They'll be the only goon type unit in the game. Just like how Miyabi is the only Foxfire type in the game. Pretty sure they'd be Ether considering their abilities are related to the Hollows. Fair enough.
Of course not. It's just that I don't have much information right now. I'll let you know as soon as I do. Well then, I'll let Lycon assist you with upgrading the HDD system. Rest assured he'll guide you through everything. You should be able to follow him with your knowledge.
If you would follow me.
Oh. After a while, you feel almost as if an invisible binding within you has been undone. That's his death flag right there, offering to help them. Yeah. You can see Sacrifice as a unique version of Ether, just like how Miyabi has Frost as a unique version of Ice. Your eyes and brain feel almost bloated, but it passes quickly, replaced by a sense of lightness and clarity you've never felt before. It's almost like a blurry layer shrouding reality has vanished, and a mysterious power swirls within you.
How are you feeling now?
The power within. The power within.
All good, I think.
And Turby has chosen violence. Welcome in.
Really? I'm feeling a bit off.
Your body is adjusting. Give it time to adapt to the changes.
SpongeBob reference.
Hold off on entering the hollows.
Yo, SpongeBob mentioned?
I see. In that case, I'll sit back and help Wise for now.
It's quite impressive one of you adapted so quickly. Your ether aptitude is now on par with most Hollow investigators, meaning you're ready to explore regular Hollows.
This is such a weird thing to happen in the story. Like, so now all this shit we have set up with Fairy and all that, like, it just doesn't matter. We can just go in by ourselves now.
But you must be careful at first. Lycon, Ellen, why don't you two go along?
Kind of cool watching this from Wise's point of view. I picked Belle as my main proxy. Yeah, I feel like probably more people picked Belle than Wise. Call it a hunch, but based on the fan base, that's what I feel.
One of the data piles in the hollow near the metro is malfunctioning, and we need a skilled proxy to address it. I'll assign this task to you. Of course, you'll receive fair compensation upon completion. Take your time in the journeys ahead. You've got plenty of time to uncover your full potential.
Wise is just like, I don't know how to fight, so guess I'll bring this gun.
Master Proxy, if you are ready, let's enter the Hollow together. Please be assured, Ellen and I will protect you and will not let you get hurt.
All right.
Let's confirm the mission objective. The Mayor wishes for us to retrieve information from 3 data piles here in order to update the carrot of this area. Retrieving the data is something only the esteemed Master Proxy can accomplish, so we'll leave it to you.
Master Proxy, the data pile that the Mayor mentioned is in this direction.
Yeah, but what if... Alright, nothing over here.
Let's keep moving.
This is so weird.
That's one Hollow data set successfully retrieved. Master Proxy, you are indeed skilled. Let's go find the next data pile.
If only all work were this easy.
The data pile that the Mayor mentioned is near that garage ahead.
Fuck, eyes upgrade, improve their
There's
ether
nowhere
resistance.
else to go.
What's up,
We'll
Knight?
have to move the train.
I don't know. They said something about like, oh, it's, you know, your limiter has been removed. Alright. I think I got it. Fine.
Master Proxy, it seems that this laser console requires a passcode to unlock. But based on currently available information, it's difficult to determine the origin of the passcode. Perhaps we've missed something.
Alright. After manipulating the console, you successfully hack into its system. Although you can't directly crack the passcode, you learn that clues are hidden in the nearby area.
So the information was hidden in the console. Thank you.
Good thing we have the proxy here, or we would be stuck right now.
Time is of the essence. Let's start searching for clues related to the passcode in the surrounding area.
We should search for the passcode nearby to disable the laser.
Yeah, limiter,
Then
of
move
course.
the
Now
train.
they're the chosen ones. Yeah, I mean, once they started mentioning... Wow, what a password.
I get it now.
Once they started mentioning stuff about
We
their,
should be
like,
able to
old
enter the
school
passcode
and,
now.
like, the secret and all that, I was like, yeah... I don't know. People just can't help but make their special chosen one character.
How are you feeling now, Master Proxy?
Wait a moment. This means their brain is aware of their eyes. I mean, technically, isn't isn't the brain aware of, like, everything in your body on some level?
Fantastic. Never been better.
I'm relieved to hear it.
I like that you can choose whether Wise is, like, fine or fucked up.
If you feel any discomfort, please let us know at once.
Yeah, I'll carry you on my back if needed.
Oh, hell yeah.
Really? Can you carry me right now?
Ugh. Wise, don't ask like that.
Let's finish the task first, Master Proxy.
What I'm trying to say is that this plot twist is bad. Yeah, I do wonder why so many writers do that, and I don't know. I wonder if it comes down to, like, it's an easy way to explain why, like, you don't feel special, or like you're where you should be, because, like, you weren't born with the special gift, you know? I don't know. I wonder if it's a subconscious thing like that, where it's them being like, oh, well, they're the special chosen one, and, you know, that makes it easier for them. I don't know. It is weird. I never enjoy it. Yo, what up, crony? Welcome in. Pretty sure their brain doesn't control their ether aptitude. It's likely that the eyes used to control the flow of ether in their body before the upgrade, which caused them to be extremely weak to ether. Now it's upgraded, the weakness is gone. Yeah, it could be.
You've always had a sharp mind, and now you've got the muscles to match.
Thanks for the compliment.
Wise, remember, she's in high school.
No, I was just thinking. When will you pick up some fighting skills? If you can fight, you could handle things in the hollow all on your own.
Wise, you're like 26. You can't be dating a high schooler. I like common folks, Bell and Wise, more like weak, no ether-resisted hackers. Yeah, I mean, it makes them special and unique in that they have this ability not a lot of other people have. But, you know, they have their own shortcomings. Got it mixed up. Something attacks our eyes if they realize they're there. What? I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Ellen's looking to see when she can have a break from taking care of proxies. Yeah, she's just using Wise. She's like, maybe if I flirt with him, he'll let me, like, take the day off. Not gonna lie, the fact that Ellen, a high school student, is strong enough to break a grown adult's spine. Honestly, doesn't take as much as you'd think to break a grown adult's spine. That's, you know, that's one of those things they talk about, like, it only takes 6 pounds of pressure properly applied to, like, crush or crack somebody's skull. So we get S-rank agents Bell and Wise later in this year. I mean, I feel like they would be the final added unit. Like, it would be like after the game is shutting down, they've told the whole story, they're like, and now Bell and Wise.
Worry not,
oh no, I
Master
just get to
Proxy.
play
We'll
like
ensure
normal.
your safety.
Thank you. Sorry. I still need you guys to protect me. Seems like I'll need to work harder.
Roxy, you don't need to push yourself so hard. You're already pretty great. Just leave the rest to us.
It's weird that Ellen is so, like, complimentary all of a sudden. I don't feel like I remember her being like that. Like to play as Belle. Can already play as Belle, they just can't fight yet. Imagine they'd be support units. Yeah, it's just, they just bought guns. And, yeah, I know it needs a passcode.
Oh, it's another passcode.
Yeah, they don't learn to fight in any way. They just
Let's keep an eye out.
buy some guns and stand off in the corner, just considering they got 3 billion yen from Zhu Yuan's banner alone. I doubt they'll end the game anytime soon. Oh yeah, I mean it's not coming soon. Didn't they like just start talking about ending Genshin Impact in the next few years? Which is still like, you know, it's years off.
Victoria Housekeeping's
but
honor to maintain a professional relationship with an
yes, I don't see them shutting down this game or really most of their games anytime in the near future.
Take this.
Which is a crazy thought, like, I always thought about, like, how the voice actors for things like SpongeBob or The Simpsons or whatever, like, that's, like, the most stable job that they can get. Like, I can't imagine they'd still be using Ben by that point, but, like, it's crazy to me I could still be voicing Ben in the same game, like, 10 years from now, you know? It's crazy. Because you don't get that very often in voiceover. I mean, like,
Roxy's moves seemed more
even
fluid
something
in that
like Yuri Lowenthal being Spider-Man. Like, he's not Spider-Man in everything, you know? He's just usually Spider-Man.
Master Proxy.
04.
We've been in the Hollow for quite some time. How are you feeling? Take a break.
I feel fine. Nothing unusual, actually.
That's good to hear. After all, this is the first time you've entered a Hollow since the system upgrade. Best not to overdo it.
Okay.
If only I had Miyabi in here, then I'd have my ice team.
Let's end this fight quickly.
We'll move.
Let's hurry it up.
Even the least profitable game, Tears of Themis, is still around despite never earning big money like Genshin or Star Rail. Yeah, I mean, Hoyo is essentially a money printing machine. You know? There's no reason not to keep them going if they're still making money.
The last passcode is here.
51. So it was 0451.
All right, that's all of them. Let us return
I
and
think
open.
Ben will be around the game for at least till the end of the sacrifice plot, since Belobog is tightly connected to it. Yeah, I just know it's pretty common in a lot of gacha games where, like, they just kind of cycle through the characters and the older ones don't come back as much. Though, to be fair, I feel like a lot of people have said about this game in particular is that it's very good about still, like, using all of the members of each team and
The mission was a success, sir.
going back through
Master Phaeton's
the
performance
plots
was
and all that,
outstanding.
which is cool.
Excellent. You truly are exceptional.
Wish Index was as profitable as Genshin. I bet a lot of games wish they were as profitable as Genshin.
I'll be frank. I contacted you because I need your expertise for an important task. I'd like you to participate in an auction and help me secure an item up for bid.
Hold on. Is it the same auction I heard about? The one with all the high-profile attendees?
Ooh, I don't know, I'm so tired today.
Yes, that's the one. I knew asking you was the right choice.
This coffee ain't working.
Since you're aware of it, I'll get straight to the point. It's related to the sacrifice you encountered.
To be fair, coffee doesn't, caffeine doesn't really do anything for me anyway.
Sacrifice? It's back?
I think I've had so much caffeine over my life that I just don't feel it. Also, somebody pointed out that Belle's eyebrows are gray like Wise's hair, and I can't unsee it now. Every time it bothers me. Time to drink energy drink. No thank you. I'm not trying to have kidney failure from energy drinks by the time I'm like 33. Honestly, a game having too much profit's often a bad thing since the devs will just get lazy. Yeah, I mean, I definitely understand that. I mean, with Grand Theft Auto 5, like, all of the online stuff was like that after a while. And, you know, they stopped making any of the single-player DLCs immediately because they were like, oh, well, we make so much money off of the multiplayer stuff, let's just do that. Which I get, but that is a bummer. You feeling it now? Art thou feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?
Remember the sacrifice you took down near the construction site? Public security did some research after retrieving it. It turns out it can maintain its form outside the hollow and carries human genes. Within it, we extracted a mysterious core.
You mean like Levi's?
This core possesses the same inexplicable power as the sacrifice, allowing it to exist without relying on ether. However, the core was recently stolen from the most secure lab in New Eridu. We suspect this is an inside job rather than an external theft.
We suspect that it was some kind of phantom thief. Perhaps a blonde person.
We searched extensively without success, until I saw the auction flyer. The core has been concealed within an auction item.
This is just the Greed Island arc from, the York New arc from, Hunter Cross Hunter. Where they learn about all the ways to, like, fake auction stuff.
So you want us to bid on it at the auction. But why us?
The power of the sacrifice is highly volatile and destructive. We must keep it confidential, at least for now. And I, as mayor, am not suited to participate in the auction myself. Plus, I'm running checks on my inner circle due to the theft. Frankly, there aren't many people I can trust. Don't worry, the funds are covered, and Victoria Housekeeping will be assisting you. Of course, this hinges on one condition.
Oh, that arc was so good.
Your willingness to aid me.
Dude, Hunter Cross Hunter is so good. It's one of the few long-running shonen that I just genuinely have no problems with. It's a fucking banger all the way through.
All right, we'll give it a shot.
God. I don't know if I got like a splinter or something, but like this part of my hand is itchy for some reason. Good evening, Thaddeus. Welcome in.
Thank you very much. I knew that I could rely on you. The only hurdle now is the invitation. It's exclusive to Tops, so obtaining one might take some time. I'll handle that promptly. I'll leave the rest in your capable hands.
You seem a bit puzzled, Master Proxy.
God, I wish Hunter x Hunter would release so many more chapters. It's going so fucking slow, and I want there to be another season of the anime. It's so good, but it's so slow, because Togashi's all fucked up and can't draw for more than like 10 minutes at a time. Which, I get, you know, wanting to do it all yourself and everything, but I'm like, bro, just write it and have somebody else do the art. Like, you have assistants, you have people who know how to do your art style. Even if you're just doing, like, stick figures. Just do stick figures and then, like, pass it off to somebody. It's such a bummer. It's gonna take a couple years for another season. Oh yeah, I know. It's taken so long already. Wait, what are we talking about? Hunter x Hunter. Fantastic anime, fantastic manga. Slow as fucking shit to come out. It's so good, but so slow. I sometimes think about, like, I don't know if I'll even live to see the end of Hunter x Hunter. I mean, Togashi's definitely not going to live to see the end of Hunter x Hunter at this rate. But, like, I don't know. You never know what's going to happen.
The relationship between the mayor and Tops seems rather delicate.
Positive thoughts. Fuck positive thoughts. I'm realistic.
You're quite perceptive. As you know,
That's exactly
the
what
roots of
happened with
Meridian's
Miura.
governance lie with the Mayflowers, while Tops is a conglomerate of companies.
He was writing Berserk and then he died. And now someone else is doing Berserk. And it's still going slow.
Power and profit often lay the foundation for conflicts. Which is why securing invitations could be tricky for us. Things would be much easier if Tops weren't so involved. But worry not, Master Proxy. It may take some time, but we will overcome these obstacles.
It's alright. There will be more Hunter x Hunter someday. And I guess on the positive side of things, the longer it takes, the more likely it is I'll build up my voiceover career enough that I'll get a shot at being in it, which would be cool.
Now, if you've no further need of me, I'll take my leave. Have a good day.
Weird. Got that call earlier. Nobody left a message, so I guess it must have been spam.
Didn't the collector Hugo mention if we wanted to attend the auction, we could give him a call?
My Hero Academia Vigilante anime soon. Yeah, I heard people said Vigilantes was cool. Granted, I also stopped reading My Hero Academia quite a while back because I started to see the wheels falling off the bus. And I was like, I don't need to go through this again. I don't need to go through another Naruto thing where it started off great, got like kind of okay, got terrible for a long time, and then kind of ended okay. Like, I thought the Hunter x Hunter anime was dropped. It's not really dropped. They just finished what was done, and then you know, it took years for them to have even enough. Like, it's been years since that anime finished, and they still don't have enough to do like another season because stuff has progressed so slowly. They could do an OVA for sure. But yeah, it's a bummer. Because I really want to see one of the late stage fights in particular. Because reading it was absolutely insane. Watching it animated would be crazy. All for One was weird. Yeah, I didn't. Once it got to the point where, like, they were just removing all of the consequences for Deku and, you know, his powers and all that shit, I was like, ah. Didn't the mangaka release the ending for those who wanted to know? To Hunter x Hunter? I don't think so. I haven't heard anything about that. But maybe, I guess. He's still writing it, so I can't imagine he would. That Hunter x Hunter fighting game that will be coming out soon. Looking forward to that. That looks cool.
But he didn't leave us his contact information. Odd, right? If he wanted us to contact him, why not leave a number? Did he just forget?
Maybe he did leave us his contact, but we missed it.
Come to think of it, Hugo did leave us a raffle ticket and said something weird. He said something cringy like, "There are always secrets hiding behind the light."
Damn Bell. It's like, what did he say? He's so cringe.
Wait, don't tell me.
Hold the ticket up to the light and a string of numbers appears.
I get it now. This guy watches way too many detective movies. Anyway, let's try contacting him.
Aha, it's you, the manager of my favorite video store. Glad you've cracked my little puzzle.
I think people are speculating that Black Clover anime might come back now that the manga's done. I never watched Black Clover. The thing that gets me with a lot of shonen is people have no like objectivity about it, you know? Like, I grew up watching Naruto and Bleach and Dragon Ball and all these things, so like for me, I know the typical shonen story beats, you know? I know the typical plot, I know the typical scheme for fights, all of that stuff. So like, when a new shonen comes out, I usually look at it and I go, ah, that's nothing special. And then like move on. But I never know what's good or not now because no one ever says like, yeah, Black Clover's like pretty good. It's not the best, but it's, you know, whatever. Everyone's always like, Black Clover's the best anime to come out in the last 30 years. And I'm like, is it, or is it just like your first? You know? Like, when I was watching Naruto and Bleach, I was like, this is the best thing ever. And now looking back on it, I'm like, I still enjoy a lot of those. There were some absolutely world-class things in there. However, there were also a lot of problems, and a lot of it that didn't really need to exist, to be frank. So I try not to get involved with shows like that until I know where they're going, unless I think they're going to be really something special. Like, I watched the first season of Chainsaw Man because I was like, this is very different. This will be worth watching. But Black Clover, Seven Deadly Sins, Fairy Tail, like, I'm like, these all look kind of similar. I don't need, you know, Demon Slayer, all that kind of stuff. I'm like, I'm not going to say it's bad. I'm not going to say people can't enjoy it. But, like, how many hours of my life do I want to put into this to find out, like, oh, it's pretty much the same as most of the other shonen I've read or watched, you know? My Hero manga ending's bad. It killed My Hero for me. Yeah, I stopped reading it, but I was aware of the ending, and I was like, big yikes. So many mangakas just struggle so hard to stick a landing, and I don't get it. Like, it's not even that they're, like, just okay endings, or, like, they're kind of trite, but, like, relatively fine. Like, they're always just so bad. They're actively bad. And then you're just left there being like, damn, I can't believe I wasted 10 years of my life reading this, you know? So glad Kubo's changing the story for Bleach. Yeah, that's a good one, for sure. 'cause Bleach ended so bad, so rushed, so weird. Which, to be fair, I know at the time Kubo was literally, like, dying writing it. Like, he was so injured, they were just, and, like, sick. He was genuinely, like, on the verge of death. They're like, yo, you got that new chapter yet? So, I can understand why he was like, I'm just gonna write this and be done real quick. Praise Frieren. Yeah, I do hear good things about that one. I do intend on watching it at some point. Currently I'm watching Dungeon Meshi, or Delicious in Dungeon, if you want to use that. With Inuyasha, it's hard rewatching. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff from that era that's like, doesn't hold up. I felt about Attack on Titan. Yeah, that one was... I mean, I at least gotta give him credit. He fucking swung for the fences on that ending. He may have got a complete miss, may have absolutely struck out, but he swung for those fences. I don't know if anything will top Supernatural ending. I mean, Game of Thrones ending is probably the one most people know as the worst, most legendarily worst endings of all time. Recalls reading the whole of Fairy Tail. Yeah. Fairy Tail was literally the one that made me go, I am not going to keep wasting my time on this shit. Because I read all of Fairy Tail, and I didn't even enjoy, like, the latter 70% of it. But I just kept reading it because I was, like, 19, and I was like, whatever. Might as well just keep reading it. What else am I gonna do? And now I'm like, there's so many things that I could have done instead. So many good things that I just, like, didn't bother to watch or read because I was reading fucking Fairy Tail. So that's why now I'm like, alright, look, if I'm not, like, totally absorbed by something, I'm not gonna waste my time on it. Because there's so much stuff out there that I can be totally absorbed with, you know? Anyway, I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm very passionate about these things.
I've been waiting for you to contact me. I was worried I might have left a bad impression.
Just because I just paused for like 30 minutes to rant.
Actually, I have a favor to ask. About the auction you mentioned. Could you secure 2 invitations for us?
Ah, so you'd like to attend the auction? I'd love to assist, but unfortunately, I have some tasks at hand.
They're so rude, man. They just met him. He's already given them like 3 months rent money, and he's like, yeah, so could you like give us some more stuff?
But if you two can help me with my current task, I should be able to find time to get the invitations you need.
What kind of task? Is it something I can handle?
I need you to swallow this balloon and then go across the Mexican border. Don't worry. It should be fine.
Don't worry, I would never put you in danger. Let's discuss the specifics in person. I'll wait for you at Dew Gardening Shop in Lumina Square.
All right. To the garden. I do wonder what kind of plants grow in New Eridu.
You've arrived, my friend. Punctual as always.
Oh. Wait, these are all just like real plants. I had a succulent that looked exactly like that one on the left when I lived in Malta. That, the little one with the, like, identical ones there. So they just have normal plants? That's a snake plant back there. And some cacti? That's kind of boring. I would have hoped that they would at least have some crazy mutant plants or something. Is it a bad thing that I thought Hugo was voiced by Ian Sinclair? I could hear it. I think that's fair enough. He does sound like some of the characters that Ian Sinclair plays. Granted, we'll have no way of ever confirming whether that's true or not. But I hear what you're saying, for sure.
To get to the point, I need you to shadow someone for me. Record and tell me everything they do and say. And that someone is Hartman Ravenlock.
Wow. I've heard of people with 2 first names, but this guy has 2 last names.
That's right, him. I've already gotten his schedule. Soon he'll be meeting with someone nearby. I need to know the exact details of their exchange, please. Of course, for your troubles, I'll take care of the auction invitations you need.
Is this what they call a business war? Wise is like, is this what they call a Kengan Ashura?
To be honest, based on my sources, the Ravenlock family appears to be plotting something rather sinister. You are a complete stranger to him, which will make everything easier. Relax, it's nothing illegal. You just happen to be in proximity and happen to overhear some things. Even if someone from PubSec shows up, they won't have anything on you.
Unless they've been watching us talk and interact. Also, those are some high-waisted pants. Dude's got him pulled up past his belly button.
Besides, you already have connections in PubSec, don't you? Well, I'll be waiting for your good news then.
Hello there. I didn't expect that blonde gentleman to be your friend as well. How do you happen to know every single person who ever walks by this store? Of course, he often comes here to buy flowers, and he's always very generous. However, he always buys flowers for memorial purposes, said they're for his deceased loved ones. He seems like someone with quite a story. Like some kind of playable character in a game, perhaps. We're gonna have to do like a Yakuza-style trailing or tailing mission.
Another waste.
Whoa. There's no need to report such trivial matters to me. My time is precious. Get to the point. Organs. Didn't that get shut down already? The people behind it are gone. And here I had high hopes for her, but now... I like that girl just walking by and he's like, "What? The organ thing didn't go through?" Like, dude, a little discretion when you're talking about harvesting organs. You're gonna get caught so quick. Anyway, shut the entire business down and make sure to do it clean, understood? Oh, by the way, have you tried that medicine I mentioned before? As long as there's no problem, this thing is worth far more than your life. Jesus. You better make sure everything goes perfectly. Don't forget our partners are dangerous people. Failure is not an option. What are you guys looking at over here? Okay. Whatever. Must just be an interesting gray brick wall.
This time.
How's the new insurance project going? It's progressing smoothly. However, Master Hartman, can this thing really profit? Our funding chain is already... Of course it won't earn much. Breaking even would already be good enough. What's Ben's friend looking at? I mean, your guess is as good as mine. These are Master Edmund's orders. To improve our family's reputation, we must do some charity work. They're dumping all their unprofitable businesses onto us. Isn't this just too... Shut up. Of course I'm aware. I like to imagine he's... Shut up! To regain influence within Tops, we'll have to take it step by step. I will manage. After compiling the things you heard, you arranged to meet Hugo in front of the flower shop. Hugo, he was talking about the organs. What? She just, like, interrupted my conversation. She intercepted my request. I was like, Hugo! And she's like, yes, you want flowers?
Good day, manager. Wonderful to see you again. You're as sophisticated and charming as always. About our previous discussion, I assume you've made some progress?
I can see why you guys said this was going to take 2 streams to get through. I think even if I hadn't paused to rant about anime for like 45 minutes, it still would be too long for one stream. You share your findings on Hartman with Hugo. His gaze remains lowered as he listens intently, his pale, slender fingers absently flipping 2 intricate coins with practiced ease. At key moments, he asks thoughtful questions to clarify the details.
I see. Looks like
Even
it's
without
more
pausing, you'll
complicated
still
than
need
I
2
thought.
streams. Fair enough.
I appreciate your help. Here are the promised invitations for you. One was mine, but I won't be able to attend as I'll be occupied that day. I had to pull a few strings to secure these invitations, so please don't mention where they came from. Otherwise, someone might come hunt me down.
Wait, seriously? Is the auction really that dangerous?
We going to York New with this one, boys.
Well, when you dance with sharks, you can't avoid risk.
That's not a saying, Hugo.
But I have faith in you, dear manager. I'm entrusting you with my life.
He's like, well, when you go on Shark Tank, sometimes it's tough.
Don't worry, my lips are sealed. And so are my sisters.
I've been meaning to say.
Don't talk about your sister's
You're so
lips.
close with your sibling.
Don't talk about how close I am with my sibling.
I'm kind of jealous.
I don't know if I like this.
What's your view on family ties, manager?
The internet is gonna go nuts over this. Man. There's already too many people who want the siblings to be together. This is just fuel for the fire.
It's a bond you have to maintain carefully. Even as family, we might not fully know each other.
Oh no.
For example, our... someone who was like a mother to us.
Oh no.
Loved us deeply, but also kept many things from us.
The duality of man. Oh no. Oh boy!
Mother. Huh. For me, that word only brings fear, pain, and hatred.
And what about the word mommy? How do you feel about that?
I once had a half-sister. Different mothers.
Had? You didn't have a fallout over some big argument, did you?
No, we never argued. I would like to try, but it's too late. She's been gone so long. I can barely remember her face.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was a sensitive topic. My condolences.
It's okay. I brought it up first, and it was ages ago.
It's okay. If you'd like to make it up to me, I suppose you could let me watch you and your sister together. Wise is like, watch us do what together? He's like, you know. I thought Wise with Astra Yao. I mean, they were exchanging bikini pics at the very least, so Wise does seem to be, you know, he's getting it.
Anyway,
Maybe.
back to what we were saying. It's highly likely that Hartman will be at the auction as well. As you know, while he's the rightful heir to the Ravenlock family, he keeps many secrets. Should you cross paths with him in the future, be cautious. He's sitting up on his high horse looking down on everyone else, and he'll do whatever it takes to get more power.
He's sitting up on his high horse, looking down on everyone else on their low horse.
I hope these upper-class people eventually face the punishment they deserve.
Hell yeah, Hugo. Hugo's a fan of Luigi Mangione.
Too bad the scales of fate lean one way or another. Unless someone steps in to tip them back.
When did the bikini thing happen? It was in the last patch. Astra sent Wise some pictures or something like that, and Belle was like, "What? She's sending you pictures? I want to see." And he was like, I don't know. Astra's a good catch. I'm happy for him. Yeah, it's, it's not bad. Just the most popular singer of all time in their world. As a guy who essentially owns a Blockbuster, it's a pretty good catch. Speaking of Wise and Belle, they often mention making food, yet they don't own a kitchen or any cooking utensils. My headcanon is that they don't know how to fucking cook anything. And they just go to the store and buy, like, microwave-ready meals. And, like, put them on a hot plate or, like, a microwave, something like that. And they have a ramen store next door. Yeah, they do eat at the ramen place a lot, I think.
I digress. That's all for today. I have some errands to attend to, so I'll take my leave.
I mean, we know Anby buys her burgers at the convenience store, so they probably do something similar.
Have fun at the auction.
Especially if this is supposed to be kind of modeled after... I mean, I don't really know how it is in China, but I know in Japan, eating out is actually way cheaper than most places because, like, space is at such a premium and food is all imported anyway. Like, when my friend went to Japan, he sent me a picture of a breakfast he had that was like, it was like a full table of stuff, basically. And he was like, yeah, this was like $9 American. I was like, damn. I assume they haven't fleshed out every room at their store. They do mention having storage for their movies. They just turn on their van and like rev the engine until it gets really hot, and then they put the pan on top of that.
As expected of you, I, on the other hand, am a bit behind on my progress. Now I'll head over to confirm some follow-up matters with you. Please wait a moment.
Alright. 2 hours late. No worries. Welcome, Geo. Good to see you. Ad in 4 minutes. You want to run ad first? Yeah, we should. I mean, I'm not gonna stop playing anyway. Just because I feel like that kind of messes with the flow of the stream. So we'll just let it go as it is.
It is a pleasure to see you again, Master Proxy.
It's been a while.
Is there a bathroom in random play? Well, not one in here. Parking lot's the best place to do it. Parking lot might be the... alright, so here's the bathroom. So they do have a bathroom. It's Belle's room and my room. Do they have... music player? Alright, so I don't see a microwave or a hot plate or anything. Interesting. Maybe they keep all their cooking stuff on the roof? Like, maybe they just barbecue a lot. They just grill stuff all the way up there. The descriptions for the agents are pretty funny. I like how Trigger's description mentions how she breaks into the video store once to check on Belle whenever she's sick. That would be terrifying to wake up to. You're asleep, sick on the couch, and you're just like, oh god, I'm so tired, I'm so cold. And then all of a sudden, you open your eyes, and there's just like this visor staring at you. I like the idea they went outside. I mean, they only have the one bathroom. If somebody has to go and the other person's using it, they probably do just go outside. Really appreciate your help. Still hope it's cool to make you my main VO coach. Yeah, sure. No worries. The headcanon, this is the apartment from Friends intensifies. I mean, certainly with the amount of people who are here all the fucking time, it's like that.
I seem to have caught a whiff of... No, it's nothing. Probably just my imagination. Master Proxy, may I have a look at the invitation you received?
Lycon's like...
I think I smell bussy on you. Vampire bussy.
I'm making fake because it's an impasta. I had pasta for dinner.
This is indeed an authentic invitation. It's truly impressive that you were able to obtain it in such a short time.
There's also a random door that goes back to the video store that has no equivalent inside, meaning they have a random room that's not accessible inside. Secret room. Is Vivian a vampire too? I don't know. She dresses like she would be.
However, if I'm not mistaken, this invitation came directly from Tops. So you are in contact with Tops as well?
Buddy, I'm in contact with everybody in this fucking city. I'm the most important person who ever lived.
Oh, a friend. I see. They must be quite the character. Don't worry. I won't pry further if you're reluctant to share. Well then, I'll take my leave. See you at the auction later. Have a pleasant day.
Literally the main character. What happened? What is that word you were trying to write there? Pixos bigolies? Yeah, you can call a void hunter. It is pretty nuts that it's just like, yeah, you know, we're best friends with essentially a superhero. All right. Sorry. I'm just writing down the times of things I wanted to clip, because I've noticed there are times where I want to make clips and then I've forgotten them by the end, and I don't want to have to scrub all the way through to find them. So it's an emote. Ah, I see. Also, we have radioactive waste in our parking lot. It's true. Maybe that's how they keep the lights on. They get paid to store the radioactive waste. Emote didn't register. I mean, look, I'm happy that it's just an emote got weird instead of like you had a stroke.
Wise, now that we've sorted out the invitation, let's get some good rest and get ready for that auction.
Sick. To the noodles.
Your invitation has been confirmed. Esteemed guest, would you like to enter the private suite now?
Sure.
Wow, this private suite is truly impressive. It's quite fancy here. Looks like we're a bit early. Lycon and the others haven't arrived yet. Wise, shall we look around first? We can also try some very expensive looking desserts and drinks.
Meanwhile, a pleading voice suddenly comes from nearby. Please help me, I really have no other choice.
Wise, it looks like something's happening over there. Let's go check it out.
Weirdo
Lies.
incoming.
Deception. Betrayal. I see swirling mist, shrouding the truth in a deep, enigmatic haze. Found you. Chosen one.
All right. Another breathy weirdo female character added. 6th Street in general is pretty weird. Like, next to the noodle shop is a thin building with a single elevator. It's a sniper's perch.
You are exactly as I thought you'd be.
Her voice reminds me of something, but I can't figure out exactly what.
Chosen one? What's that? Sounds like something from a tacky novel that was popular a decade ago.
Words can only convey so much, so it's understandable if what I say doesn't make sense to you now.
I know what she sounds like. She sounds like fucking Moaning Myrtle from Harry Potter. You know, and she's like,
You're welcome to share my toilet, Harry.
oh my god, that's what it is. Sarah Weidenheft? What up, Ken? Welcome.
But you'll know what I mean soon enough.
I mean, you can hear it, right? She sounds exactly like Moaning Myrtle. That's crazy.
Young lady, I know you might think I'm lying, but I'm telling the truth. That item was my late husband's keepsake, and I had to pawn it due to financial difficulties. But I can't bear to see it auctioned away to who knows where. I'd never be able to get it back. Please help me bid for it.
Before you all have any ideas, Vivian's VA is not confirmed yet. Yes, we don't know any of the new characters' VAs. Moaning what? Myrtle. Myrtle. Very old name.
There's a hidden flaw in that item. If you point it out during inspection, it will be withdrawn from the auction and returned to the pawn shop. That way you won't have to pay for it.
You know what's really crazy is, I didn't know this, but the woman who played Moaning Myrtle in the Harry Potter movies was like in her 30s or 40s when she got that role. And she looked believable as like a ghostly child.
In return, I'll offer you some compensation.
It's nuts.
It may not be much, but it's all I can manage. Please.
Mom, please don't cry.
Okay, so she's like a fox Thyron, maybe? A fox or a cat of some kind, and then she has a bear Thyron daughter.
Your story might be genuine, but your intention is not. Besides, this has nothing to do with me.
Is that a
Your
bear
misfortune
Thyron
is
child?
not my
Yeah.
concern.
I also want to point out, every time they make a character like this, who's like a Thyron with just like the ears, they always give them a hairstyle where you can't see their other ears. So we don't know if they have two sets of ears, one human and one not, or if it's just like nothing on the side, you know?
Young lady, you don't look like you're struggling for
I
money.
doubt that's her daughter.
How can you be so cold-hearted?
I mean, it's weirder if it's not. Who is she? Why is she with this random lady then?
I'm sure this refined individual here feels the same way.
Me?
Huh? Are you referring to me?
I'm in a t-shirt and joggers. call me refined?
Yes, you. If you're willing, could you please...
The auction is about to start. I'm not sure how you gained entry, but I'm sure you don't want to be driven out with your
Sienna
daughter.
is a scammer. We'll see. I'm more on her side than this weirdo. Goths can't be trusted.
And you? Here's a little piece of advice.
Yo, what up,
Don't let your
pugs?
sympathy easily sway you in an auction like this. Otherwise, you might get swindled. I'm Vivian, by the way. Pleasure to meet you.
She talks like you would go to shake her hand, and she would meet you by just going like this.
Dear guests, the auction will begin shortly. Please make your way to the venue.
Yo, let me talk to you. I want to find. Did you marry a bear, or do you have a normal human? What's the deal? How'd you get a bear child? Like, with Thyrans, is it legitimately just you roll the dice? You can be a cat, your partner could be a human or another cat, and you could have a bear daughter? Like, someone's got to write, like, a biology textbook on just, like, the history of Thyrans. Hello, I'm on the road and Twitch is laggy as heck. Well, I'm glad to have your laggy views. I'm here to be your road trip entertainment.
Are you alright? It seemed you were caught up in some dispute just now.
I imagine it's like One Piece, where you can just get like... You just get fucked up by a fruit. The kid has human ears? No, the kid has bear ears on the top of their head. What up? Is it Celso Canavese? Is that it? Is that how you pronounce your name? Can you even have kids with Thyrans? I do know they can crossbreed. There was somebody who... I don't remember where it was, but there was something in the game that made it clear that that is possible. But we really don't know a lot about it. I think it's a higher chance to be a Thyran child if one was human and one was Thyran. It's like 75-25. Right. Yeah, that makes sense. But, like, what I want to know is, like, if you have a cat Thyran and a human, is it just as likely that your child will be, like, a wolf Thyran? Or is it, like, you're 90% chance gonna get a cat? Or, like, if you have a cat Thyran and a wolf Thyran, then could you get, like, a bear Thyran? Or, it's stuff like this where I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. It's this kind of stuff that keeps me awake at night. I'm like a 16th century scholar just sitting in a dark room with one candle just going mad, scrawling on shit. One Piece fishmen are the roll the dice type, very common for the kids to look nothing like their parents. That's true. They count as a different species. When you look by the side, I thought she had human ears as well. Ah. Alright, if I get a chance to go look again, I will look. So Ellen Jo's a shark Thyran. Which parents is the shark? Or, maybe she just had regular human parents and they just birthed a weird shark girl. Which would be painful, because sharks have, like, scaly, rough skin. I think it's just based on the face of the Thyran. Like, a boar Thyran can't just suddenly give birth to a beast wolf Thyran. Yeah? Or both are shark parents. Dude, imagine two regular animal sharks give birth to, like, a baby, like a human baby Thyron, right? Like, what bad luck for the baby. And the shark. The shark probably wouldn't survive that either, to be honest. Does any fish Thyron need to be underwater? Doesn't appear that they do. I don't think we've ever seen Ellen in or near water. Ever ran into someone with a very old name? I did know a girl in high school once who was named Gertrude, which was like very, very old. No need, I just look... Well, I mean, I want to look for myself. I want to see if she has the weird ears. Is there a horse Thyron, like a centaur? I don't know. I don't know if we saw... I don't think we've seen a horse yet. The most logical explanation I saw was that the shark is a separate entity and not a tail, and Ellen's always grumpy because the shark is biting her ass 24/7. Hey, don't threaten me with a good time. So she's just like a Pokemon? She's like a Slowbro?
Then I'm relieved. Actually, I overheard parts of the conversation. Forgive me for speaking bluntly, but it's rather strange to have guests like that mother and daughter at this auction. Perhaps, as the mysterious Miss Vivian said, they didn't enter through regular means. There may be more to this. But let's return to the auction. If you're interested in any particular item, you can bid on it. Master will cover the bill for you.
Then I won't hold back. Fuck it. Let's ruin this guy's bank account. Are vampires just bat Thyrans? I mean, all good questions. Ran into Meredith and Beatrice in high school. Wait, Beatrice, old name now? Oh yeah, Beatrice is an old name, for sure. I want a beach episode with Ellen. I'd like to see her swim. Bet she's fast in the water. Oh yeah, she's probably like the Usain Bolt of swimming in this universe. Actually, I want to see a beach episode with no Ellen. Everybody except the one person you'd expect to be there. Mermaids, fish Thyrans. Could be. I mean, mermaids make a lot more sense in this universe, how people would mistake them, versus in our world where it's just like, people saw a manatee and thought it was like a hot, half-fish, half-naked woman.
Rest assured, Master's budget is quite sufficient. Regular auction items should not be a problem. Unless other parties also set their sights on them. Should that happen, we'll adapt accordingly. I trust in your wisdom.
So what's the point of the beach episode without Ellen? 'Cause it'd be funny. Also, get to see Ben in like a, you know, one of those like sling bikini things. I think that would be rad. Imagine baiting the entire fan base with like, we're doing a beach episode and everyone's like, oh dude, we're gonna get all the hot girls in the bikinis, this is gonna be so good. And then it's just Ben in the Borat mankini thing. A snake Thyron would be cool. It's just a snake with no arms and legs. Like, it's just a snake with, like, a woman's haircut. Is Nekomata and Pulchra the same type of cat Thyron? That's the thing we have to think about with this stuff. Because, like, in Skyrim, the cat race, I don't remember what they're called, but, like, Khajiit. The Khajiit, some of them are literally just cats. And some of them are like cat people. And it's all dependent on which phase of the moon they were born in. So, like, this could be the same thing where, like, they're technically the same species, but, like, one of them got more of the genes, you know? Like, more of the cat genes. I don't know. It's weird. It's hard to think of. I mean, they do appear to be different kinds of cats at the very least. Pulchra's like a cheetah. What a small world. So you've got a new companion today? Where's that obnoxious blonde boy from last time? Obnoxious blonde boy? Huh, I didn't expect someone of your caliber to be able to attend this auction. If Master Edmund finds out, he'll make sure to investigate where you got that invitation from. Who? You don't even know who Master Edmund is? He's a prominent figure in Tops, someone with the authority to speak on behalf of them. Master Edmund will also attend the auction, and he has an extremely noble mark on his forehead that anyone who sees it will remember. An extremely noble mark? What? Believe Pulchra is a sand cat, or caracal, or something Bengal cat. Seth is the domestic cat. Yeah, Seth looks like, he has the tail of like a Maine Coon, you know? Those like big ones with the fluffy tails. That's what he reminds me of. I don't know what Nekomata's style would be. She kind of just seems like a kind of generic, like, a black cat, you know? Because of the way her tail is. Why am I wasting my breath? You wouldn't understand anyway. You better pray we don't set our sights on the same auction item. You'll have no chance of winning. After exchanging those harsh words, Curtis hurriedly leaves. Master, that gentleman just now seemed very hostile toward you. It looks like you two have some history. However, it's getting late. Let's head into the venue. New-woo. Alright, yo, let's... Do you have ears? I don't think she does. Wait. Turn your fucking head. Yeah, I don't think she has ears. I think it's just the way her hair looks makes it look like she has ears. Which, again, I guess they could just be, like, further up and kind of in the way, but I don't think she has them. What about you, lady? Do you have... Nah, her hair's too close. It's not gonna let me see. Lycon. You enter the auction venue. The first half features a variety of items, but none are what you're looking for. There's a strange yet amusing golden bamboo statue. Fortunately, your budget allows you to try bidding for it. The good news is you only have one opponent. The bad news is that guy is Curtis. You'll just have to take him down, just like last time. Let's call Hugo to just go bite his neck. For some reason, that mysterious Miss Vivian also seems intrigued by this bidding and comes to our side.
He may be from the Ravenlock family, but he's been entering the lottery in secret. His financial situation might not be too great right now.
Also, that is a deep V that he's got there. That, like... There's a V cut that goes, like, halfway down his chest. He can bite my neck. Ah. So somebody's swayed your attention from lighter a little bit, huh?
Ugh, what rotten luck. I didn't expect to see you here. I won't back down this time.
Try messing with him.
Aren't you that bigwig from the Ravenlock clan? Surprised to see you at the same auction as us commoners.
This is the top auction in the industry. I really don't know how you got an invitation, but I doubt it was through legitimate means.
You seem a bit hesitant.
Who knows?
His accusation isn't true, is it?
You should just give up already. I'm dead set on getting this item.
it's weird that they have this system now where you say what you want, there's a weird flash, and then whoever's near you is just like, I don't know if you should have said that. Hugo's not top 5, unfortunately. Well, who are your top 5 then? Yo, Lucy! Thank you for the raid. Very much appreciated. Everybody, if you don't already follow Miss Valkyrie, go follow her. She is very cool and deserves a lot of love and attention. So everybody go follow her. She's an OG. What do you mean, what is that? What is what? What have I done? Are you talking about the lighting? Because the lighting's different in here now? Oh, the sound? Yeah, so... that one... It's funny, you're actually the first person to mention that. So Shantae and I watched a really weird, old BBC-made version of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And it was I don't really even know how to it was like a fever dream. It was so weird. Terrible props and they just didn't have the budget, to make it good. So that alert is there's a dude who's supposed to be a wolf. In the, movies, it's just a wolf that they CGI'd. In this, they just painted a guy's face and put on a wolf nose and had him read out this letter, and it was fine until the end when he's supposed to roar and he just screams like that. And it was so funny to me that I was like, that's gotta be the new raid sound. It's so good. In fact, it's been a minute. I'll play you some of the other sounds I've got, because we've upgraded a bit. This is the follow sound, and let me know if you actually can hear this, because I'm doing it as a test, but...
Thanks a lot!
So that's the follow sound. And then we've got anytime anybody does anything that costs money, subscription, bits, whatever.
Spending money always feels so good.
So, yeah, that's what we got. And those are from Dragon Ball Raging Spark or whatever it was called. What was it? Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. That's what it was. Yeah, I don't know why. That was the sound they put into the game anytime you buy something in the store. Bulma just nuts over herself. She's like, "Oh, money." And I was like, hey, that's a good one to use. Anyway, yeah, thank you for the raid. Raiders, if you need to get something to drink or a snack or something like that, take care of yourselves. And Lucy, I actually have an idea I wanted to discuss with you for a joint stream sometime soon. I will message you on Discord later, but I think it's something you would enjoy. So, Sean Schimmel went live on Twitch on Saturday for the first time since August. Nice. Can I ask you about the premium for LinkedIn subscription or what benefits come with it? I have used the free trials of LinkedIn Premium when they would give them to me because they're like, we want you to buy it, so we'll give you a little taste of it. It's not really worth it. It doesn't do anything really. The biggest thing is it allows you to message people who like you're not connected to, but I find that's not really worth it because you can just click connect and then type your message in to send with the connection, and most people will respond to that if they want to. So I'd say don't waste your money on LinkedIn Premium. All right, let's get back into this. Overwhelm him with your financial power. Ooh. These both seem appealing. What do you guys think? Should we mock him or overwhelm him with financial power? Because I'm split on both of these. Mock. Overwhelming. Okay, we're split again. Okay. All right, we got 2 for mock. Good enough.
Let's see who comes out on top in the end. A Ravenlock losing to a commoner like us. It wouldn't look good, would it?
Wise has really settled into this role.
You're right. So for the honor of the Ravenlocks, I can't lose!
Trying to provoke him backfired.
What?
Okay. Let's not rush into inflating the price.
Balls.
Seems like it's just the 2 of us interested in the item. Why don't we discuss this in private first?
Or... Alright. I'm a lurk, but yeah, message me later. Alrighty. Enjoy the lurk, enjoy the food. And thanks again for the raid. Like I said, everybody, if you are not already following her, go follow Miss Valkyrie. She is fantastique, as the French say. Alright, I don't think he'll respond to, why not just let me have this one? I don't feel like he'll be like, yeah, okay. Let's make a deal, or I won't back down. I mean, we've said multiple times he seems to not have money. So...
No matter what, I won't back down.
I didn't expect you to be so determined.
Hell yeah.
This is the
I knew
perfect
it.
moment to shake your opponent.
You're really stubborn, huh? Is it really worth arguing over such a small collectible?
This is the perfect moment to shake your opponent. And you just walk up and you're like, hey, do you shave? You know? Are you shaving down there? That would probably shake him. He'd be like, what? What are we talking about now? We're just at an auction. You're like, yeah, that's right. Keep raising your bid without flinching.
That's right. The Denny's in our pocket is our biggest advantage. Host, I'm raising the bid.
The price is way more than it's worth. Forget it, I'm out.
Wow, that was easy.
It's a bit overpriced, but it's still acceptable.
He just was like, yes, I'd like to pay more. And he was like, oh, no, now what? Also, I just noticed Vivian has a crazy, gigantic zipper on her, like, cummerbund? I don't know what you would even call that. Girdle? What do they call it? The thing that you, like, Victorian women would get, like, squished into? They would, like, tighten in the back? A corset. Could just walk up and shake him literally. Yeah? What's up, Smitzel? Yeah, just walk up, grab him by the chain, and just start back and forth. Yeah, Obergamen, you're correct. It is a corset. Yeah, she's got like... I mean, look at the size of that zipper on that corset. It's fucking crazy. And, like, that's the smallest zipper I've ever seen. Like, do you even need one for that? You beat Curtis, winning the bid.
Regardless, congratulations on your winning bid.
You know what? I never thought about it. Is the zipper the, like, track? Or is the zipper the little piece that you hold? Because usually if someone, when you refer to a zipper, you're just talking about the whole thing. I gotta start writing these down, man. I could be a modern-day philosopher.
Though, in my opinion, its aesthetic style is a bit ahead of its time. But as long as you like it, that's what matters. After all, the true value of art is in the love people invest in it.
The next item is truly exceptional. The final creation of a legendary artist, the only one of its kind in all of New Eridu.
Zipper be the whole thing, tracks and all. Yeah, I know, like, the zipper's the whole thing, but then what would you call just the piece that you zip up? And what would you call... I guess the track would be the teeth of the zipper. But, like, what would you refer to the other part as? I also like that on the side there, that guy's leaning over. He's like,
Look at this asshole who brought her umbrella to the auction. We can't even see past her to see the signs that we're bidding on now.
the tracker is a tongue. Huh. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, because it's the teeth, so that would be the tongue. That's crazy, man. I've never thought about any of this before.
The artist's tale is quite fascinating. Unrecognized during his lifetime, his works were discovered by art collectors after his death and became hugely popular.
His name is Vincent Van Gogh.
Because of this, authentic works are few and far between, making each one incredibly precious. And this stunning final piece, anyone who loves his work won't want to miss it. Without further ado, let's get started! Starting bid, 200 million dennies!
If I can get it for under 500 million, I can still turn a profit. 300 million!
If I'm not mistaken, Wise, isn't that the item the woman asked Vivian to bid on?
Wise and Bell should hop in here and just be like, 1 billion!
Yeah, that's the one. If our budget allows, perhaps we should.
1 billion.
See? I'm good at this, man.
Even if his final piece is a collectible of this quality, starting at $1 million right off the bat. Since she doesn't have to earn her own money, any bid is just a number to her.
Henry is Vivian confirmed. Our voices are slightly different, and our style is also a little different, but we do have similar colored hair. So...
Was that Vivian? Wow, she just said, "Don't let your sympathy sway you," then went ahead and bid anyways.
I love when they have the voice actors try to do impressions of the characters as their characters. That's always so funny to me in games or anime when someone's like playing their character, but then they do an impression of another one. Vulcan's back from breakfast with toasted cheesy bread. Nice. Yo, Sora Koi, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate ya. Also, look at Belle's face in the background there. She looks like... She's got the head shape of that SCP who's like a big peanut guy. And you have to like stare at him the whole time, you know?
Yeah, but she can literally afford not to take her own advice.
Ooh, this elegantly dressed lady certainly has refined taste and deep pockets. So, is anyone ready to challenge this young lady? Invest in the legacy of a talented artist who left us too soon. Its value could double in the future.
I feel like whoever's doing the voice of this guy... It's like he's trying to sound like Patton Oswalt, but not copy his voice. Like, that sounded like a very Patton Oswalt kind of delivery.
I'd advise against it. I'm going to bid on this no matter the price tonight.
This young lady is certainly very confident. Our time is almost up at $1 billion. Going once, going twice.
If she said that, I would just keep raising the price to fuck with her for doing that. Like, she's like, I'm gonna bid no matter what. I'm like, alright, $4 billion. She's like, fine, $5 billion. $10 billion. Like, I don't know, what are you gonna do? You said you're gonna bid on it no matter what. How are you gonna stop me? It's not against the rules.
Going 3 times. Sold for $1 billion. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the first half of the auction. Please feel free to unwind in the lounge for a bit, as more treasures await in the second half.
I wonder if there's gonna be a big golden Bang Boo statue at our house/store now. I hope so, because we, you know.
The coffee here.
Damn.
Drinkable.
I mean, Hartman, your beard is
so many
weird.
faces around. I thought
It's
this
kind of
was for
fucked up,
regulars
but
only.
I gotta admit, he's got the drip. I mean, dude, look at that vest. That color, the style, it's sick. She can bluff like that, so in the end you must buy it for a lot of money.
The coffee
That
here
would be the potential downside is you go like 10 billion and she's like, all right, and then you have to fork over 10 billion that you don't have. So you got to sell your organs on the black market.
You have a strange look on your face. Despite her ruthless exterior, she's actually quite kind-hearted. Though you wouldn't dare think that, would you?
I mean, look, the voice actress is doing a good job. I just can't stop hearing Moaning Myrtle.
How did you know?
Looks like I hit the mark. Just to clarify, I didn't assist that woman out of kindness. Nor do I plan on giving up the item I just purchased. Because it's nothing more than a common scam.
A scam? So you're saying that woman is a fraudster?
They'll tell you a tragic story, begging you to help bid on a collectible at a high price. They promise a reward and guarantee the item will be withdrawn from the auction, so you think you won't have to pay anything. But the reality is, once you bid, the deal is done. No going back. And you end up shelling out a hefty sum for something worthless.
Her style reminds me a lot of Melanie Martinez, if you guys are familiar with her.
So why did you still bid on the item?
I really enjoyed the story of that legendary artist. Art at its essence sells stories, doesn't it? I'm willing to pay the price for the stories I choose. That's another lie. Looks like you believed me.
I didn't believe you. Shut up.
I didn't really believe you.
Let me give you another piece of advice. Appearances can be deceiving. People often mask their true intentions. Sometimes, what you can't see is the real truth.
Vivian suddenly approaches, blinks, and silently mouths 2 words. Master Proxy. She knows your proxy identity?
I hope next time you'll accept my invitation, and not that of these pretenders.
Yeesh. I don't know, man. This entire faction is, like, horny in a very uncomfortable way. Like, I don't know, they're all simping in a way that, like, they'd be, like, getting your ear wet talking to you. It'd be like, just speak up a little bit, use your voice, like, you don't gotta be right in my fucking ear with this shit.
I'll see you soon, my friend of many secrets.
What up, Kenny? Welcome in.
The second half of the auction is about to begin.
Vivian has Rachel Valentine mannerisms. Rachel Valentine. That name sounds familiar, but I can't place what it's from at the moment. What's up, Lumi? Welcome in.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back! Up next in our auction is tonight's showpiece.
The Robe of
the
Heroes.
one-of-a-kind Robe of Heroes!
New characters in this chapter is actually really cool. Gonna be tough deciding which one to pick. I don't know that I'll pull for... I don't know that I'll pull for either of them. Blaze Blue, and I came over because of a gifted sub. Oh yeah. Well, cool. Welcome. I've never played Blaze Blue, but I've seen some of it. Had my younger brother played it for a while. I don't know that I'll pull for either of them, but if I do, it'll be for Hugo. But I don't know. It's all gonna depend on how they play. If Hugo's like fun to play, I'll probably pull for him, but I don't really need any of the new people.
Legend has it that, long ago, this was a garment that only a hero could wear.
I actually pulled for Bernice as well, because since I got lighter, my fire team is kind of in a weird place, and I was like, yeah, I need a full fire team, so that way I could have a good assault team separate from that. Because without Bernice, my fire team wouldn't be good enough. But then the assault team would be missing Piper then. So it's, wish you the best on your Hugo pulls if you do end up pulling for him. Well, thank you. Plus, Risa did a great job on Bernice. Yeah, I mean, I feel like everybody has done a great job. I'm happy to play as any of them because they're all so full of personality, I pulled for Evelyn and got Soldier 11 shortly after in 11 pulls, ironically. Hell yeah. Fire team is Evelyn, Lighter, and Lucy. I didn't pull for Evelyn because I didn't love the way she played. I mean, she was fine, but she wasn't anything special enough that I felt like I should pull for her, Yo, Ryu's Veal? Thank you for following. Appreciate it. Or Ryu's Viel, maybe. Thank you. I mean, it is a fire attacker too, so it could be worse. Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing anything crazy enough that I need, like, the meta characters. I just felt like I should have a dedicated fire team for those missions. I don't remember. It's the, like, new thing they added to the Hollow Zero stuff, where you have to, like, get 3 stars on it. I feel like that's where it's really important to have, like, a good team, but they care about getting Obel Squad right now, so I gotta get Trigger. I might pull for Trigger. She was fun. Also, having her be, like, off-screen firing is really cool. So I may end up pulling for her as well. So I started saving up again, because I spent all of my pulls getting Bernice, and then trying to get her Wenjin, which I have not done yet, but...
What's truly fascinating is the unique gem embedded in the collar of this robe. It's unlike any gem I've ever seen. Almost magical.
Ooh, it's sapphire, perhaps, with a lot of diamonds. This is one of those like square cut ones though, where like when you tilt it, it looks digital, kinda.
Wise, that gem's probably what we're looking for.
Trigger with Harumasa or S-Rank Anvi will definitely be her best teams. Yeah, I've been trying to build up Harumasa as well. I've been building so many characters. Still clearing all content with Ben DPS, so for me personally, Evelyn ain't a big deal. Yeah, I can clear all of the content, but I need to have a better team for some of them for the end game stuff to be able to like max it out, you know?
Such an important item, yet it's just there on a piece of clothing, completely unprotected.
Harumasa and Billy are the only agents I perfected. I think I've done Ben, Billy, maybe Lighter, and then Piper, I think, are the only ones I've gotten, like, absolutely everything on.
How gaudy.
But even then, I maybe didn't do some of those. I can't remember.
This auction sure is busy. There's people of all sorts, whether they belong or not.
Robe of Heroes. What a tacky name. Nonetheless, I'll secure it. In the name of the Ravenlock family.
Hartman's voice seems like 20 years older than he looks.
Yes, I see it.
Kind of want Trigger, but 2.0 is likely soon, and I really want to be ready for potential S-Rank Billy or Big Daddy in the next Void Hunter. I mean, the Void Hunters do look sick. In particular, I mean, it seems like it's the guy with this jacket. The one who's got the thing up to his nose. That guy looks really cool. And I like the guy whose head is like just fire. That's an aesthetic I always think is rad. S-Rank Billy would be cool too. Or Big Daddy, they're both pretty cool. Alright, so long pugs. Good luck. And see you later. Imagine S-Rank Ben. I mean, I imagine it all day long. I don't think it's likely to happen, but it would be pretty rad.
Seems authentic. Of course, I'll keep an eye on it.
After some intense bidding, only 2 contenders remain. You and Hartman, the current head of the Ravenlock family.
I didn't expect this to drag on so long. I believe there is no meaning in continuing this senseless bidding war. Frankly, wasting time irks me more than squandering money.
I want Lady Sunbringer. Flamehead is also purple. He's among my most wanted characters for sure. Yeah, he looks pretty sick. Give me Mr. Chop. You mean General Chop. Yeah, he didn't go through years of the military to be called Mr. Chop, alright? He worked his way up to the top. He is General Chop. Put some respect on his name. He would be a cool fighter though. He's got 4 arms. He would use like cleavers and pots and pans and stuff. That'd be neat. His ult is just he puts people in the vat of soup and cooks them into it.
So, my friend, let's cut to the chase.
Like Kirby's Final Smash.
What did you have in mind?
Yeah. I was gonna say, I want his ult to be the Chef Kirby's ult from Smash. That's right. Great minds think alike. Like how the coffee shop owner is seemingly a hive mind of coffee bots. It's how you get the perfect coffee every time, you know? If they share memory, then when somebody goes into a different coffee shop, they'll be recognized by that version of him, and he'll be like, yeah, I remember you. You got the, 1% white latte with, coconut milk. It's a good way to do it. Yo, Remnant, thank you for the follow. Very much appreciated. Yeah, that'll be the next agent will be the coffee dude, the coffee robot. And it's like Naruto with his shadow clones. Just like You have like 9 guys on the field at any time, just all beating the shit out of people. Same with the 141 convenience store brand, having the same 3 Bangbu all of Eridu. That one is a little weird because, like, I don't know if Bangbu share memories or data or anything like that. They all seem to be their own people, you know?
This man is pretty shrewd. Maybe I should match his energy.
Newsstand dog howl. Newsstand dog howl should be an S-rank support that brings back down to agents with his cuteness. Yeah, just walks up and licks their face and then they're like, alright, back into the fight. I want that robe. I want to be a hero. What can you offer? Okay, I feel like if I say I want that robe, he'll probably be like, well, so do I. If I say I want to be a hero, he'll be like, you're naive. If I say, what can you offer? He'll be like, I have more money than God. What can you offer? You know? So I don't know. I don't know if there's a good one out of this one. If I say I want that robe, then he might just be like, I just want the gem, so you can have the robe if you want. You know?
All I want is that robe of heroes.
It's not a gameplay thing because General Chop has his son in Lumina Square, so these copies were intentional. Yeah. That one is weird. Does that means if we get like a 3rd playable city area, he'll be like, this is my other son, Mr. Dr. General Chop.
What a pity. We both have our sights set on the same item. It seems there is no hope of us coming to an accord.
Lycon, kick him to death.
I'd suggest taking a less direct approach with someone like Hartman, lest he prey on your weaknesses.
There are more antiques in this auction than just the robe. Why rush into this? You might find something else you prefer.
Less direct, you say.
I'm not a collector, so I'm not into antiques. That robe just caught my eye.
Alright, what up, David? Or his daughter. Yeah.
In that case,
could be.
How about we strike a deal?
You're still
All
only
I
here.
want is that gem.
Yeah,
So, if you
it's been pretty slow going.
take the gem, and you can have the rest of the robe.
I've not done
How does
a
that sound?
I've not done a good job with the continuing on. I've stopped a lot to talk. But hey, he was right. I got the robe.
Called our bluff.
Wait, but I only care about the robe. I don't care about the gem.
The Ravenlock family always gets what they desire. If you have any doubts,
I want more
feel
sons
free
in the
to
Sons of
ask around.
Caledon. Yeah, fair enough. Is this a threat? What a coincidence, as do I. I mean, he said don't be direct, but I feel like this doesn't work, and that doesn't work.
What a coincidence. I, too, always get what I want.
I just hope the next major hub area isn't another city location, is instead a smaller town. Yeah, that would be cool. Elfie, I think, would be the coolest NPC to agent. Yeah, she is really cool. And she could do like a, she could do a thing like in Warframe. There's Octavia, who's like all about creating like beats for the special abilities and stuff. That was pretty cool. I like listening, so you're good. Well, that's good because listening is a lot of the stream at this point. Question is, are you going to stream for longer this evening or break it up into another stream? Oh, this is absolutely going to be another stream. It may be two other streams, to be honest. Haha, got him. If I remember correctly, they showed Yuen driving around a town in her trailer to stop a hostage situation. Fair enough. Now, Wild take Venus as an agent. Who's Venus? Is she the one who operates the boba tea place? Also, hello Valviant, welcome in.
You know when to stand your ground. Well done.
My time is valuable, my friend. I've already lost a significant amount of
Warframe-inspired agents designs would immediately make me pull. We should get a full robot at some point. That would be cool. She's the informant who thought we're rookie proxies. The informant. But we're not talking about Rain, the girl with the pink hair and the hoodie, right? Who's Venus? I can't recall to my head who that is.
If I offer you a token of appreciation, let's say a hefty sum of denny,
Green hair lady.
would you consider backing out of this bid?
Green hair. I'm gonna look this up because I do want to know who that is. Venus. Oh, yeah, okay. I remember her. Right. Hope we see S-Rank Billy soon. Yeah, I would like an S-Rank Billy as well. I mean, if they just made him like they did in that event, where like his guns were just heavier and slower but did more damage, that would be cool. I like the way he played during that. I lurk. Alright, enjoy the lurk. Either way, what do you think of Carol Arna lore drop? Honestly, I don't really care that much about Wise and Belle and Carol and their whole story. Like, I thought it was more interesting when it was just they were two kids who had like some tragedy happen and they've rebuilt. But now it's getting back into that like, you guys are the super special ones and there's a conspiracy, and it's like, whatever. S-Rank Ben win. I mean, I wish. I wish.
In that case, if I were to give you a hefty sum of dennies,
S-Rank Billy, he gets 4 guns, so quadruple the accuracy. Dude, imagine he's like Killer Bee from Naruto, where he's just got guns like tucked in between his arms and like in the back of his legs, and he's just flipping around firing all the guns. I have a feeling they'll do what they did with Anby and do a role reversal, so Billy will probably be a physical stun or support. That would be cool. But are you still curious about the sacrifice? Yeah, I mean, I'd like to know how it's all gonna shake out, but, you know. Henry Sam is live. Cool. S-Rank Nicole, she doesn't get a different moveset, she just gets a more expensive wardrobe. She just gets her debt erased.
I fear my price is beyond your means. It's been a while since someone dared speak to me like that.
Sam's also doing 1.6.
All right, since I can't
Cool.
sway you, we'll have to settle this with our financial
Well,
power.
I would say we could raid into her after this, but we raided her and Alice the other day, so it's been a minute since we've raided somebody new. I figure we'll pick a new person. Self-insert-ish player MCs in Hoyo games are usually so bland story-wise. Yeah, I mean, it's always how it goes, where it's like, you know, I never really understood that when they're like, we don't want people to feel like this is a character. We want them to be able to project themselves. It's like, I find that the most boring, you know? I live every day as me. Why would I want to read a story about someone who's just me, you know?
But let me be clear. No matter how high it goes, I won't back down.
Drat. Though the mayor gave us a substantial amount of dennies, I have a feeling it won't be enough to win against someone with this amount of financial power.
No, but we can ruin him if we just keep making him bid. After a round of intense bidding, Hartman secures the Robe of Heroes at a ridiculously high price.
Thank you, everyone. It appears I'm the final winner of this auction after all.
He has completely different facial hair in this picture than he normally does. What the fuck? Dude won and then he immediately shaved that part of his beard off as a celebration.
Well, I'll be taking this masterpiece with me.
It looks better like that, though.
I must extend my sincere gratitude to all of you.
Damn it, we almost won. Ugh, Denny grabbing jerks.
His chin also got longer. Oh yeah, he turned into a living Chad meme.
I got a message
He
from
turned
Hugo.
into Eustace
He
Bag.
wants us to look up.
What happened?
Why'd the lights
The Phantom Thieves!
What's going on? The power went out?
I'm scared.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Lycon's like, the bussy. I smell it. It's back. Fascination with Lycon as a complete subversion of the werewolf archetype peaked again this patch. Yeah. Crimson Chin looking at.
Welcome to tonight's auction. My apologies for the long and dreary opening.
Bro, you gotta be shitting me. He's literally doing this in the exact same outfit he's walking around in? That is just asking to get caught. It doesn't matter that you put on a little Lone Ranger face mask. You're wearing the same custom Armani jacket, you dumbass.
Losers always have a lot to say.
That guy looks familiar.
Is that?
What are you all standing
Is
around
that
for?
Hugo?
Someone...
How
Oops.
uncouth. I'm simply here to reclaim what's rightfully mine.
You! When did you...
Well then,
Yo, his facial
tonight's
hair's
show
back.
is coming to an end. I wish you all a lovely evening. Yours truly, Mockingbird.
After him!
And he normally wears gloves, and now he's not wearing gloves. He's just getting his fingerprints all over those fucking...
Catch that thief, or forget about getting paid tonight!
Should wear glasses. Now that would really throw everyone off.
I can't believe he's here. And his target
Hugo's
happens
here to
be that
steal your
core,
heart.
too.
You never see it coming. Do, do.
Forgive me, Master Proxy, but that
To be fair, they can't recognize Yao when
Mockingbird
she
and I
wears
have
sunglasses.
history.
Yeah, it just feels so silly.
You might find it surprising, but I know him too.
You do?
You are? You brief Lycon about your encounter with Hugo, and you emphasize that you had no intention of keeping him in the dark.
I see. So that's how you know him.
Well, he was so obsessed with giving each character's name brand looks maxed out that they forgot it. Story-wise, their characters are so incriminated and unlow-key. Hugo, what do you mean? That's obviously the infamous, Jesus, Phantom Thief Hugo. Right, my mistake.
Years ago, we founded Mockingbird, the Phantom Thieves Syndicate.
They keep saying Phantom Thieves like that's a real thing. Like, that's just a Persona thing. But they're like, yes, the Phantom Thieves. What Phantom Thieves? What do you mean? What makes you Phantom Thief versus just Thief? Because in that game, it's because they're stealing, like, the evil out of people's hearts. In this one, he just stole a coat. He's just a thief.
Things started off well. We were
Arsène
young,
Lupin.
naive ideals and lofty
Indeed.
goals, and we pursued what we thought was right. But one night, that all changed.
We also kissed a lot, as people on the internet would have you believe.
There may have been signs of what was to come, but no one noticed them at the time, or perhaps we chose to ignore them.
Phantom Thief is older than Persona 5. It's an Arsène Lupin reference. Did he just call himself a Phantom Thief and that's like it? What makes you a Phantom Thief versus just a thief?
Eventually, I left Mockingbird and accepted the olive branch extended by the mayor. The separation was, shall we say, less than amicable. And my dearest friend became my sworn enemy. Master Proxy, if I may ask, what do you think of Hugo?
You wear a cool mask. Fair enough. Honestly, though, that mask isn't that cool. I've always thought those little Lone Ranger masks are fucking lame. What up, Brandon? Welcome in. You're more sneaky than a regular thief. So like a cat burglar.
Though he helped us before, and he seems pretty nice, I can't help but feel something's off. He is a part of Mockingbird, after all.
Mockingbird has changed from how we envisioned it. And Hugo, too, No, it's nothing. In any case, he is very dangerous. I'm still unsure of his intentions, but we cannot risk letting him have the sacrifice core. Based on my past experiences, I can likely predict the route he'll take to evade his pursuers and escape. However, this path lies within the Hollow. Master Proxy, can you...
Let's head straight there. I'm feeling pretty strong right now.
What a weird way to say that. He's like, Master Proxy, are you ready to go? And he's like, yeah, I'm big and strong, so let's go.
Very well. Please.
Okay, so I know this part is called like, yeah, part A. Is there like a break after the part B, or like before the part B, or is it like it just starts right into it? Because now that we're at a pause, I feel like this is a good time to be done with it, but also if we're like right at a next... Part B is 1.7. Okay. Alright. Then I think now is a good time to end for the night. Let's raid out to somebody. And we'll be back to it on Wednesday. So, thank you all so much. As always, all the raiders who stuck around, thank you so much. Very much appreciated. Everybody who watched, who lurked, who chatted. It's very helpful to me, and I'm having a good time with it. So, yeah, thank you all so much. We will be coming back to it pretty soon on Wednesday. But for now, let's go here. All right. So, like I said, thank you so much. Very much appreciated. And I will see you all on Wednesday for maybe the end of this quest or more of this quest, and then the end will be on Friday. Depends on how much anime ranting I do, I guess. Anyway, thank you all so much. See you Wednesday. Bye-bye.